everybody. My name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
I want my baby back, Chili, baby back, red.
Caller, this call's for Ayala. Hi. So.
Hey, do you remember me?
Who's this?
Nick.
No.
Last name Gers.
Nick Gers. I don't know names. I don't even remember my mom's name.
Say it again.
If you even tell me my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
When you say my name again, I don't even know if you heard me right.
Nick Gers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. I'm going to play you a little song.
Nick Gers! Oh, Nick.
Me Chinese, me play jokes, me put pee-pee in your coat.
What's up, Vivek?
Hey.
Whoa!
Look at this. What's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my change back correctly?
We'll.
I feel like a lot of us are conservative in the way that we just want to be able to say the N-word and it not really matter.
That's all I want. Come on. Is that so much to ask? Can't I just say the N-word? Does that make me a bad person?
Come on, guys.
Violet's a huge fan of yours. She loves censored TV.
Oh, great.
I do. I love your show. Big fan.
All she wants is to be able to say the N-word, but that's the only thing that's holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Oh, it just, you go like this.
How are you and your man?
Oh, Bisconti, he's in hospice. I'm teasing.
Oh,
it's a joke. It was an old man joke.
No, there was somebody in the hospice on meeting earlier, so I was like, oh, geez.
I'm just kidding. He's fine. Oh my God, we're great. I'll marry that man.
Oh,
he's adorable. So.
If my babies fall out, this is your fault, John. I'm just saying.
Jumping jack. Whoa!
Yeah, don't.
Whoa!
What was it?
Whoa!
Okay. There. I did it. What, you can take me?
I just thought
My babies fall out. This is your fault, John.
Whoa!
I just thought you walked tonight.
There. I did it.
Are you winning, son?
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm an English teacher, a dialect coach, and today I'm going to show you exactly what actors do perfectly and terribly when they try to do a British accent. Let's rate some accents.
My kink is British accents. Oh, is that all right?
Cheerio, cut!
Yeah, right then. Bush on cheerio.
You're really attracted to this.
Oh, bloody hell.
I had to look up where she grew up and went to school because I genuinely don't know why she's so good. She's not trying to sound perfect.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass. I'm taking the dog.
He's just happy to have the attention. He's just happy to have the attention.
Got tired of my scheming. It's me. Hi, I'm the baggy. It's me.
Our next guest is originally from Danville, Illinois. He enjoys cold beer and hot music. Says that he and his mom don't see eye to eye on his love life. And he claims that his job has cost him several relationships. Please welcome Robert Faggot. Fine, how are you? Faggot is rather an odd name.
Yeah, it is an odd name. Speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mrs. Stay. Misa Kochata.
Happy day. Wednesday. Happy day. Thursday, Friday. Happy day. The weekend comes. My cycle hums.
Your lip. Just kind of get it in there. Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
I'm gay. I have relationships with men and sex with men.
You're muted, Chrissy.
Well, I didn't say anything important. Luckily, I always like to get the N-word out at the beginning of the episode. No, I'm kidding. Hi, everybody. Welcome to SimpCast. Happy Sunday. Wow. Is it the last Sunday of Women's History Month? Could it be? Do we have what? We have one more Sunday. Welcome. We have some simp-worthy ladies on the panel for tonight that will make you go boing upstairs and downstairs. That means thought-provoking and pants-provoking. I don't know what I'm saying. I should really write a script or something. Guys, I have some shows coming up. Before I bring in the lovely ladies, I have some dates to promote. Oh, here they go. Next weekend. Ooh, I haven't been to Indiana since I was a little girl going to diving camp at 14. But I will be back in Indiana next weekend. This weekend. My goodness. March 29th, Saturday. I'll be at the Fort Wayne Comedy Club in Indiana. Then April 1st, I'll be with Jimmy Dore at the Hartford Funny Bone in Connecticut. May 17th, back to Westchester. There's a great little venue called Jazz on Main in Mount Kisco. I'll be back there. August 8th and 9th, I'll be at the Brokerage on Long Island. October 18th. My God, that seems forever away from now. I'll be at Krackpots Comedy Club in Massillon, Ohio. I'll never pronounce that right. For tickets, go to my website, chrissiemayr.com. There'll be some mom jokes. There'll be some married jokes. I'm very relatable now that I'm a mom. Okay. And I'll have some sassy crowd work moments for sure. So get your tickets, guys. Without further ado, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Last night we had the wonderful Cecil on Nightmare came to help me. All the first guests are sort of christening the new studio, but at what point are you done christening? I don't know. It was fun. If you haven't watched already, check it out. Without further ado, tonight we'll be talking a little bit about Snow White. A lot of internet drama lately. We're gonna go through all of that. Maybe a little Opie meltdown chat. Welcome back to the show. You know them. You love them. It's Missy B, Courtney, and talk with Sally, and maybe a little Lila Hart later on if we're lucky. Hello, ladies.
Hello. Hello.
Ooh, got two blondes holding it down on the bottom. And Missy, yeah, I like it. Curly's on top, wavy's on bottom. I don't know. I have curly hair. This is I just brushed all the curls out 5 minutes before the show. Thought that would be a good look. It's not.
Perfect.
It's Hermione Granger. Is what's happening here. We need a haircut.
Sorcerer's Stone, Hermione Granger.
I'm fighting the urge so desperately to not cut my hair short. And here's why moms cut their hair short. It's because they have no effing time to do their hair. Who has an extra hour or two a week to wash, dry, comb their hair?
Have you used those like it's like a silk squishy thing? Like long, and then you wrap your hair in it and you can sleep in it and it makes it all wavy and nice.
Oh, is that the sleepy tie? Is that what it is?
I don't know the name.
Oh.
It's
yeah. I've seen people do it with like strips of t-shirt that they cut up.
Sure,
Probably
you
do
can do it
that
way.
too. Yeah. There is like a thing called a sleepy tie, and yeah, it's supposed to just like hold your style in place.
Look,
so you don't
I
have to
see
do your
the
hair
men in
again.
the chat. I see you writing in all caps, don't do it, don't do it. I
Yeah,
don't want
don't.
to do it, but I don't know how to make this hair.
Get the sleepy tie.
The
Sleepy
sleepy
ties.
time. Do it.
All right, I'll try sleepy ties, but it's you. I never realized just how long it takes to upkeep until you have a baby.
It's definitely like a pain in the ass to like do, but I think as long as you do it, obviously it's meant to do at night, but it definitely there's a learning curve to successfily sleepy tying your hair.
Sleepy ties. Okay.
Dang it. That's something you should have practiced while pregnant.
I didn't know. I didn't.
You had
know how
9 months, Chrissy. You had 9 months.
I didn't know. People, while I was pregnant, people kept saying to me, "Enjoy your sleep while you can. Enjoy it now." And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Just a bunch of Southern men yelling at you.
Yeah, crawdads.
The crawdads.
You're asleep now, honey.
Eat them crawdads while you can. I'm allergic to shrimp. Crawdads. And like what they didn't say is you will have no time for yourself. None. It's if you're doing it right. Mom guilt. No, I'm gonna keep the hair long. I just I am.
Well, it's also complicated to get a short haircut for hair like yours, like with that texture.
It's gonna be.
Like-
it would be so bad if I cut it short. It would be poofy. It would.
You would have an afro.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. Like what kind of a short haircut would you be able to get with your wavy curly hair?
I would look like Rosanna Dana. It would just be like, like I would look like Selma, like Patty and Selma, like shoulder length.
Oh
and it would just be
yeah,
like, Marge.
Yeah, start smoking now. Go work at the DMV.
Is that where they work? The DMV?
Yeah.
That would be great at the DMV.
People with
That's
that
why
hair
they're-
do, for sure.
Yeah, that's why they're so miserable.
They're called liberals.
I
I should go work at the DMV.
I also realized I'm going to stop dressing like a mom. As of tomorrow, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get boobs out there.
Get the boobs out.
Describe your mom fit.
The mom, whatever doesn't have pea soup all over it.
So you're just gonna say pee.
Pea, yeah,
That
The mom
too.
fit, it's basically leggings and whatever t-shirt is clean.
I'm
That's
not a
how I
mom and I
dress.
wear
And
that. I was gonna say
and like and hoodies galore.
nice.
Yeah,
We dress like moms, Missy.
Nice. Damn.
you guys.
I
are ready-
am one and I never knew.
You're ready to
Yeah.
go.
I've never had a child, but here I am, just momming it up.
It's frustrating, but he's the best, and he's gonna be 1 soon. April 10th, the bean will be 1 years old.
Wow.
Wait, how are you going to unmommify your wardrobe then?
I don't know because there's not much
Okay.
left if I'm not wearing.
Are you just going to switch to like less functional bras and like
the old. I'm not ready for the old clothes yet. I think I can maybe get one pant leg on the old clothes. I think I'm just gonna buy a bunch more V-necks and just keep wearing the V-necks and just distract people from what's going on lower than that.
And switch out of the working bras. It's the working bra
It
situation.
is.
I think
It
is
is.
really.
You know, that's right. It's the bras that you have to wear to be pregnant and nurse do not make you feel hot. They make you feel like you're working. Like they're kind of even a cute one. They're still all a bit medical looking and feeling.
You'd think that they would actually be a lot like they would feel sexier because there's more easy access situation happening there.
Seen them? They're not sexy.
They're not, and you can't really do an
Split up,
underwire because
and they're like big, and it's
underwires support milk
Chewed up
production.
nipples.
Chewed up, yes. They should look chewed up, but they're not. They look great. Your nipples can take a beating, is what I have learned in the last year.
And they go back to normal.
Yes, they do. They look normal now. They look like kind of how they did before. It's really a woman's body is an amazing thing. It can really do all sorts of tricks.
Why do new moms also sound like women in a really abusive relationship? Like they're just like,
I know,
I know, but I love him. He's just the greatest thing ever. Like
he headbutts me.
He's worth it.
He bites me. He headbutts me. He did I say he bites me? He has started like handing me things like his little spoon.
Oh, that's cute.
Aw.
Pea soup on it. And I have to go, yummy. Mommy eats pea soup too. And I have to
Yeah,
go,
when you do that. Yeah.
eat it. Yeah. He crawls a lot.
Is it possible for like moms to be like brutally honest? Like, no, I don't want it. I don't want that. Just like totally no, thank you. I'm good. You
no,
finish.
I don't. I'd rather not watch Elmo for the 87th time today.
That's how I would be as a mom. Like, no, I what makes you think that this is something that I want? Get out of here.
You're like, no, thank you.
Enough with the
I appreciate
nonsense.
it. I appreciate it. You can.
Thanks, but no thanks. Actually,
Let's think this one through next time. All right, because that was horrible logic. There.
I'm sure there are moms that are like that because there are.
Yeah, they turn out like me.
I've heard people say like they'll give birth to their baby and like not feel particularly attached to them. Like they won't really bond or for
That's
whatever
sad.
reason. It is sad.
Yeah,
If they're like busy work moms, I think the less time you're around the kids, it's like the less attached. It's easier to kind of compartmentalize. I felt it. I was away for 2 days, and it's just like once you're away, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm in work mode now. But it was hard. It was really hard to be away that long because I was pumping. I had like 2 giant cooler jugs full of milk that I sloshed through all the airports. Oh my god! And coming back, this I've never had happen to me before. I've only like brought my milk through an airport one other time before when I went to do Tim Pool's show in November. But I was coming back, flew to Charlotte and then to White Plains. But on that first flight back from Los Angeles, like they had me open the friggin' thermos of milk, and they're like, "We need to test it," and I was like, what do you think I'm doing here? Okay, you can see I'm wearing this comfortable ass bra that I don't like. You see me carrying 2 giant jugs. You think this is just I'm coming on aboard with explosives here?
You should be like, better yet, taste it and tell me what you think.
Yeah, and they're like, no. I'm like, you better not be sticking anything in this milk. And they're like, no, we just have to. They have this little test strip. I have to open it for them, and they're like, oh, we have to test the vapors. So they just were sort of like wafting this stick thing like in between the cap and where the milk started. And I was like, what are you doing? I was like, this looks like made up bullshit.
Yeah.
And he had to take the canisters out of the other one and then put that in a machine. And I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing to the beans milk? Don't you guys have better things to do? And the thing is, they don't. And the other thing I noticed the TSA does, because they hate people who don't want to go through the radiation machine, which I don't do anymore. I have to go female opt out. That means you getting a pat down, and it's a game of chicken. Really, they'll wait you out. They'll make you wait, and it's normally always like let me put it this way. You're probably all picturing the type of woman who works at the TSA who's in charge,
like a DMV lady type.
I was about to.
This is the same type of person who may not jump into action when called upon to do a task. And what they don't feel like doing is giving a pat down to someone who like they think doesn't look like they need one, right? And so they make you wait. I waited like a good 20 minutes just standing there like an asshole. And
so what exactly do you say for that opting out?
You have to say female opt out, or you say opt out, and they obviously see I'm a female by looking.
I just want to know the magic words that like TSA sounds like failed like Hogwarts wizards with their vapor and then the magic words so that they will listen to you. Like I want to know this because I hate going through that.
They want
need to get rid of it.
They want you to throw your hands up and just go through the machine. And
I tell them to get in there. I'm like, get in there.
I'm like, I don't.
You get in there and let me look at your naked body. Okay,
in there, girl.
Honestly, it's a form of sexual abuse. We need to get rid of TSA.
I don't feel abused. I want them to feel abused.
look at me. Anyway, so I waited the longest I've ever waited for a pat down. The woman finally does it, and then the whole spiel. I could give the spiel at this point. Like, are you okay here? Do you want to go somebody private? I'm like, no, let's do it in front of everybody. Go
right up there.
Sensitive areas. I'm like, I mean, I do, but do you really want to know what they are? I'm like, you're not going to touch them during this pat down, so I won't tell you.
You remember when that lady tried to finger you?
Yeah, I'm going to use the back of my hand. Go ahead, use the front of your hand. Okay,
it's been smell it after.
Yeah,
Kiana was taking that video of you, and like that, she gave you like a undercarriage grip.
The angle also looked like she
pulled a Trump.
Stuck the whole thing up there.
As if they couldn't see everything already before they did the pat down.
Yeah, they're patting down an obviously pregnant looking woman, which that was. But anyway, the point is, waited a long time for a pat down, and I was like, bitch, I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather miss my flight than give up my pat down rights.
Man,
pat down rights.
But the annoying thing is that while you're sitting there waiting, your stuff has already gone through and it's sitting at the end, and you're just kind of like, you get anxious because your phone is just out there by himself.
Crying.
Like your phone is like just vulnerable out in the open, and it's
your phone's a boy?
My phone's a boy. Yeah.
Okay.
And your laptop is out there vulnerable as well. I just have like the pump sitting in its own little bin. Anyway.
Are you a bin stacker? Like, do you stack the bins like and scoff at everybody who doesn't do it?
I stack the bins. I put them away. I make sure I go and like put it back like I am with shopping carts.
Yes, I'm very committed to that. I think we've talked about that.
Oh yeah, the shopping cart situation. It's going back.
It's important. What was my
weird
point?
To me that there are people that don't put them away.
Oh, this is how I know I'm a mom.
Oh, the milk.
Now.
The milk thing
was so I'm on the flight back. This was the connection flight, so it wasn't long at all. Just from Charlotte to White Plains, 2 hours. I'm sitting next to this lovely Danish. What's Denmark? Danish guy from Denmark. Yeah. We're chatting. I'm commending him for his country's ability to keep the muzzies out. I was like, you guys are doing a great job of staying white. Keep it up. And I'm explaining to him why January 6th was a psyop, and like, just learning him on a few topics. And we're just
keeping it casual.
Oh, look at my baby. Look at my baby. Da, 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 da. And plane starts its descent. It's a little bit like this. Nothing crazy. Like, I wouldn't even consider it to be turbulence at all. It was just a little bit of like movement as we're coming down. He very gingerly takes out the tiny sick bag that's in the back of the seat, opens it up. I go, what the hell is about to happen?
Uh-oh.
Like, I thought he was gonna do a little ding, like, some people just have, I don't know, like a little
zen in there.
Because he wasn't going, oh no. He was like, and I was like, oh God. And he's like, excuse me. And I was like, oh no. And then, like, it's just so loud. And you see everybody else in the other rows. They're starting to do this.
violent vomiting.
People are starting to like look around and people think it's me, and I have to kind of stand up and be like, it is not me. And I watch that tiny bag getting fuller and fuller. I go, it's only a matter of time before it is all over him, all over me.
It overflowed.
He was about to overflow. The old Chrissy, the not a mom Chrissy, would have been like, bye. I would have like ran into first class, never to be seen again. It would be like a puff of smoke. But instead, I took some like my snacks out of my big snack sack, and I gave him my snack sack. I very quickly, it was this big plastic bag.
You let him throw up in your snack sack?
I sort of put it around him into his hands with his little stupid pukey bag filling up, just like held it around him. And I'm like, all right, buddy, you can drop it in there. Like, you're safe now. It's a big old, basically garbage bag. And I'm like patting his back. And I gave him my water. I gave him my water, which he drank. I'm like, wow, this is like, we really know each other now. But when you're throwing up, you'll probably drink any liquid that's handed to you. And he's just
hand him the thermos.
No, imagine like, oh, this is breast milk now. He gingerly wraps up the little puke bag. I'm like, buddy, just throw it in there. And he's like, I'm terribly sorry. The most dainty man. Shout out to Dave if you're watching.
Yeah, Dave. Danish Dave.
And there's not a lot of people who could handle that, because especially Frank, like, he smells puke. He can't handle it. Can't handle like, a strong poop or puke smell. He would start to gag. But I think it's like a mom power that's unlocked, because I just was so unfazed.
Oh man, yeah. Cricket puked the other day, and I was like, the whole time I was trying to clean it up. I was like worried that I was about to make a bigger mess than she did.
Oh, no.
I once puked in a plane too. It was bad.
Really?
Yeah, I was on my way to Telluride, and I was up all night, like drinking with my dad. Like, we were like just having a nice, heart to heart, and I thought I could stay up until the next day, but yeah, I'm on the plane, and so I just wasn't feeling, I was a little hungover, but it was also very turbulent. So it was the two storms.
Oh, buddy.
And so I was in a middle seat, and the two dudes on either side of me were sleeping, and I, when you feel it coming, and your mouth starts to water. The breathing, and I'm like, okay, this isn't good. And I was like, what am I gonna puke in? And there was no like puke bags.
Oh, no.
There was none. And I looked in all three. I was like, how the fuck do you not have puke bag? So one of the guys next to me had one of those like clear clamshell like sandwich containers. And
like a Tupperware?
Yeah, like those clear like you get like a wrap in it, like at the like a market or something.
It's a takeout box.
Yeah. Yeah. So like
no,
I couldn't get up because they were both sleeping, and they were large, and I was like, if I jostle myself too much to try to get over him, I'll probably puke. So I was just like, I just open it, I just go and I just like open it, and then I close it shut, and I put it in the bag.
Oh my God.
No one knew. I don't know whatever happened to that bag. I didn't leave with it. It stayed there.
Puking under duress is the worst. Like,
there's like major problem solving thinking like going on. I'm like, okay, I can't, I'm like, it's like survival mode at that rate. I was like, I am not puking in my seat. I don't want any more attention drawn to me. This is already uncomfortable. It was.
I puked all over a small plane. I was pregnant, and no one knew I was pregnant. And I was still like, I was like 4 months. So I was past that whole sick thing. But we went on our honeymoon to California. And our one of his cousins owned a plane. So it's like, oh yeah, let's go over see the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm like, okay. So I'm like doing deep breathing, like I'm getting really nauseous, like and I ate extra just to make sure my stomach was going to be settled. And he's like, oh, well, let's go detour over here. So if he would have just landed, I would have been just fine. And nobody knew I was pregnant yet, right? So I've got we're kind of keeping that a secret. And so just before he did the detour, and he's on the descent, and there was no barf bags anywhere. It's a tiny plane. And
the tiny ones are the worst.
All over everywhere. And I cleaned it up because because they did, if they're dudes, they're not going to clean up the plate. But it was, I mean, I had strawberries, I had yogurt, like everything just to kind of keep my stomach settled.
No.
Orange juice. Yeah.
You saw it all come up.
Oh, it was just everywhere. And someone else was taking the plate up. So it's like, I'm like, here, just give me the stuff. I'll clean it up. Like, it's not a big deal. But it was awful. It was just like,
Puking up orange juice is like even worse because it's like double acidic.
Just
and you never want to drink orange juice for like another couple months. Like it takes a while to go back. Nothing worse than throwing up like a favorite food.
Oh, oh God. One time, I think it was after I did a cleanse or something, like a master cleanse or something. And I ate a bunch of apple rings, like dried, like dehydrated apples, like not the crispy ones, like the kind of mushy ones. I ate so many and then threw up because it's like you're supposed to go gradually back into food. And that was the worst, like most labor intensive throw up because it's like there's just it's all apple rings that are just dry and like clumps. It was so bad.
God.
I'm just laughing now because like Courtney has like boner landed ahead and we're all talking about vomiting. And no boners are happening right now.
Boners are not happening.
No.
Sorry for the misinformation.
They're gonna happen.
It's ahead.
Everybody
pukes.
pukes.
It's not now. It's ahead.
Everybody pukes.
I've probably told this story before, but my worst puke story, I was in an Uber and I was like, it's that quick thinking of like, you look at the Uber, you look at the floor, and then you look at the purse that you have and you have to make a decision, I was like, this purse is from TJ Maxx. I don't like it that much. I mean, I'd rather
take my phone out.
And then the purse got it. And I threw it out. This was back when I lived in Astoria, Queens, and I threw out the purse. And 2 days later, I saw the super's wife walking around wearing it. And I was like, pretty sure not a coincidence because I'm like, it was part of a luggage set. It was like a tote from like a TJ Maxx luggage set. It was like pink leopard print. I was like, there's no way this is she happened to buy this as well. She freaking took my puke bag and hopefully cleaned it thoroughly.
There's no thoroughly cleaning like vomit saturated bags or what have you.
Yeah, I was like, damn. I didn't know she needed a purse so bad.
Yeah, that's a very desperate action.
Yeah.
Or that was a really nice bag.
It really wasn't. And it had like, the bottom was getting worn out, like the corners were getting worn. So,
wow.
But I didn't even tell the Uber driver. I should have been like, dude, you better give me 5 stars. What I just did for you right now.
You didn't even want to be like, hey man, pull over. I got
I'm sure how could he not have smelled it?
Well, prior to it, like
all I do, I would puke and then zip it up and then puke and then zip it back up.
Wait, so this was like reoccurring vomiting, not just like one and done, like
yeah. I just kept zipping and unzipping.
I mean, I remember one time for some reason, I just like, I don't even know why, but I just started throwing up and couldn't stop. But it was Thanksgiving, and I was trying to leave and I was trying to hide it from everybody. And my cousin was trying to get me to stay. And I was like, no, I have to go. And the whole drive home, I just kept throwing up in my passenger seat.
Oh,
like I couldn't. Yeah. I was just like, oh, not again. Bah!
Oh,
I don't know why. Like, because I wasn't friggin' hammered. I wasn't like, I don't know if something was up with the turkey that year or what. I don't know what was going on, but and then the next day everything was fine. Like I didn't feel hungover or anything. So I'm like, no, this was not a drunkenness thing. This was something weird happened. And it would just out of nowhere be like, whoop. And I'm like,
oh yeah. And I asked Denmark Dave next to me, I'm like, does this happen to you every time you fly? He's like, no, I had quite a bit to drink last night. I was like,
oh God.
Why
Denmark Dave, what were you thinking?
The day after drinking puking is more painful than like the partying. Oh, gotta puke, and then you do it quietly, and then you're right back into the party. You're like, nothing happened. You do it secret. You don't want anyone to know because if you do, everyone's gonna be like, oh, you can't drink anymore. You're like, no, I need to keep drinking.
Yeah, I'm still going. That was the reset button. Hello.
Yeah, exactly. I just got my second win, man.
Yeah,
I made room.
For shout out to Ricada in the chat. I'm told this is the real Nick Ricada. What's up? What's up, Holmes? Lady R had terrible morning sickness. Go to a medical supply store and buy the hospital puke bags in bulk. That's a smart idea.
I still
have those on the
I have all
plane
mine
next time you're
stored.
next to Denmark Dave.
Denmark Dave.
Guys
Denmark
exchanged numbers.
Thanks for thanks for supers, by the way, Nick. Hey, Chrissy, miss chatting. Hope you're well. Lovely panel. Keep killing it. Wow.
Wow.
Nick in a minute. Rhinoceros. Godzilla became a documentary. Maybe that's why they show it to the youth.
What?
I don't know what that's in regards to, but thank you, Rhinoceros. Jeremy Parker, thanks for the 10. Courtney and Sally are two great members of the tent building community. As usual, please
Yay.
forgive me while my hungry eyes feast upon the banquet of your sumptuous décolletage.
I like that you say it wrong on purpose now.
Décolletage?
I say décolletage usually.
Décolletage. It sounds dumb that way. Late
Yeah.
evening to the girl with the golden hair. Chrissie Mayr. XX is to
Ooh.
Courtney. Looks amazing tonight.
Thanks, Leg. Even though it's
Courtney's a
supposed to be last.
Targaryen.
I
She's a
think I know.
Targaryen girl.
Oh.
Targaryen from
I
Targaryen.
don't know what that
C.
means. I just immediately decided it was Tigerian. I'm like, I'm a tiger.
Derek C, get the Kate Goslin. I'd like to speak to a manager hairdo. No, Derek, and here's why. I had this exact hairdo for several years. I got it actually when I was in college, so I'm good. I'm good there.
Yeah, we saw the improv photos.
Ugh, Russell, how's your couch? Were you able to pry Cecil out of it without calling in the jaws of life? Oh, yeah, Cecil. Everybody left. We got finished a little before midnight last night. It was a good time. It was a good time. Put up my other chat. I did.
Yeah, someone's not paying attention.
What? Did I miss one?
I don't know.
I
And
did.
I
the
only
morning
saw
sickness
I only
one.
saw 2 go through. 2 and then that one 3.
I only saw 2.
Oh,
I did
wait,
the morning sickness one, and then
maybe
and
he's just being
then-
impatient.
maybe, and then we did this one.
Good things come to those who
Thank
wait.
you. Oh, do. Anyway, let's go to topics. Hello, Missy. Hello, Courtney. Hello, Sally. I missed you guys.
Missed you. Thanks for having me.
Hello.
Fealty sent me the sleepy tie. I don't think people want to see that. Like the instruction video.
We're past that.
I did watch it though. It's basically like a big scrunchie. That's
Yeah, it almost. I feel like it kind of looks like it's supposed to be like. Remember the old days of like the sock bun and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed
Yeah.
to be something to that effect. But it's to like keep your blowout from getting greasy and flat.
Kind
and
of
all
look like
that.
a Quaker. You almost look like a Quaker when you have it
Yeah.
all done. You're just like, "Orp."
Yes, I put
Love it.
on the baby's head some like coconut oil today because he has a cradle cap. It like starts to get flaky right
You get
here.
the cradle I think I actually got that for you in the baby shower thing.
Oh,
cradle brush.
yes. I've been using it, and you like just like scrub his little head till the flakes come off.
I wonder if you can use that for like sunburn. Like get all
Really?
the- I said I wonder. I didn't.
Sunburn.
Yeah, when you
lavender
start
oil.
peeling and you want to. Oh wow, I didn't mean my toes to get in there.
Lavender oil.
No, Missy. Don't give your
Let it out.
piggies away for free.
I know. I have a retarded piggy.
Hold on.
That could make you a lot of money on OnlyFans.
Nick is back. I said put the puke bags in the center console next to the Coke. Peace, ladies. Love you all. Even the 2 I don't know.
He said read the free chats because he's a poor, so it wasn't a super chat.
Sorry about that.
Put the lotion in the
poor.
basket.
But
You put the
that's-
lotion in the basket.
That's really great advice. Yeah, put puke bags in the center console. I just don't want people
Puke bags
puking in
in
my
center
car, so I don't think to do
Yeah,
that.
I'd rather.
I have them in my car. They're in the side pouch because I don't want
That's really
people
smart.
puking in my car.
I probably should get this because
I have one
Until you
car
have
that
a
you
kid
can
that's
puke in,
puking.
but there's another one that you can't puke in. And so if I'm carting you around and you plan to puke at some point, please let me know in advance so I know which car to take. Please, thank you.
Clark Kent, thanks for the 5. There's a new startup business. It's Courtney and Sally's tent pitching LLC.
Wow, we're collecting a fan base tonight, Sally. I'm loving
gonna-
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to have a tent pitching business soon across
Does
the
that mean
globe.
they're going to set up my tent for me when I go camping so I don't have to do it?
Yeah, because you're just going to stand there and then they're going to pitch a tent, with
Yeah.
their penis.
So
But
I
When
doubt
they,
this
when
is,
they a boner.
I doubt anybody watched Snow White this weekend, but
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
No,
who would
don't.
do
I don't
that?
think I've seen any of the live action.
It's
movies.
it's
Yeah, I
not
haven't
just
either.
bad. It's like it's the acting is not. It's just not bad. Like it's not just the acting. It's not just the writing. It's like it's technically bad. It's like you can tell they tried so many times to fix it, to do reshoots, to like take chunks out. It was all over the place, and I'm like, this costs hundreds of millions of dollars.
I really feel like movie making now to that extent with like the Disney, I think it's just like a form of money laundering. Because they don't give a fuck. It's just a bunch of investors providing for a script and
They couldn't-
guaranteeing certain lines, certain things. I'm sure it's just
They very much pushed socialism and communism. It was like, well, we have to make sure the whole town gets the food, and like there was no Prince Charming at all. It just was like this guy Jonathan.
No
who was
Prince
with-
Charming?
None at all. It was just this guy Jonathan who was like with these bandits who served no purpose. I think the bandits might have originally been the dwarves. Like they caught some pictures early on from the filming of Snow White of Rachel Zegler with these like 7 random dudes, and they're like, well, these instead of dwarves, we're gonna just have random dudes and call them the magical creatures. I think there were maybe girls in
with
there too.
somebody's OnlyFans page.
Yeah, it was just stupid. And then I think they did a lot of like start and stops and like, oh, well, we better. Peter Dinklage said not to hire actual midgets, so then they didn't. And then, well, the midgets got upset. Well, now we need midgets again, and now we're doing AI midgets. And it was so much just seeing where the wind blew them. I would have loved to have seen what the actual vision like was going to be.
They couldn't even hire a decent stylist to make Rachel Zegler not look like Lord Farquaad. Like,
No.
you couldn't get somebody to just give her like a proper blowout to look like Snow White instead of
they for some
fucking
reason really
man.
wanted her doing like the pressed down matted hair.
It was
And
terrible.
there's another controversy. In the movie, the 7 dwarfs were created with CGI effects.
Little people got big dreams,
These actors say they should
It's
have
Lila.
been real.
It's very disappointing that Snow White chose to not include us, especially when they're trying to say that this movie is supposed to be woke and different. It's almost like you're saying to be a little person is bad. So that's why we had to make them our cartoon. It could have created more opportunities for other people.
Fuck yeah, Lila. Wait.
Yeah.
Yes. Amen.
Lila messaged me. She was out in LA at the same time I was, and at first they were gonna do like they were gonna protest the movie coming out, and then I think they ended up having them go do Inside Edition, but we almost got to hang out.
No.
Oh, is this Bill Maher discussing Snow White?
Oh no.
What could he possibly?
The controversies surrounding Disney's Snow White remake show that we are still in the thick of the culture wars. Oh, have we been following the Snow White?
Actually, the first time hearing of this.
Really?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Good for you.
Well, the 2 stars are Gal Gadot,
before you,
who she was in the Israeli defense.
Gal Gadot was so horrible. Like I watch it going like, she's a terrible actress, even worse singer. The performance is flat. Like she's beautiful. That must be the only reason why she gets hired to do stuff, because I just realized like how, and I guess she was okay-ish in Wonder Woman. And I think, oh no, it's because she looked great in the Wonder Woman costume. She's a horrible actress.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw one clip from the movie where like she was, talking to Snow White about whatever, but the whole time, like she was just, her lines were just so dull. Like she was just blah blah blah. Like she didn't sound like an evil queen of like, like having that like.
Know you were this opinionated.
Yeah, whereas like like an evil queen, she would be like, I didn't know you were this opinionated. You know what I mean? Like there would be so much more like facial expression and so much more emphasis, and like there was nothing there. And I'm like, how in the fuck did they film just even this scene and not go, you know what? let's scrap all of this and start over. This is terrible. Goodbye. You are dismissed.
Nope, they did not.
Defense Forces. She's Israeli. And then Rachel Zegler plays Snow White. I think Gal plays the. I was not a child, so I don't follow. I don't know fairy tales.
Evil
I never
Queen.
read comic books. But something is this the one with the poison apple and the whatever it is?
Yes, the witch.
Okay, so they're in. And Rachel Zegler, being 23 or whatever she is, like so many kids raised on TikTok, she's all for infantata is the only global solution. So the two stars hate each other. And
the
then
breakfast?
they couldn't have dwarfs.
What's wrong with the frittatas?
This is just so typical of the left. The progressives always finding a way to find their way back to doing something not progressive. You'd think the most progressive thing would be get people jobs, and dwarves want to work. And
They do.
Why is that funny?
Yeah, why is that funny?
Why are they laughing
Why
at
was
this?
that? Yeah, an applause break and a laugh. Dwarves want to work. Everybody wants to. Well, not everyone wants to work, but
Adult human. I don't want to work. Okay,
See,
but
that
like
would
an
be
adult
funny if he
human-
said blacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we would laugh.
We'd be like, come
Like,
on,
good one.
do they? Good one.
Like, all right, let's take this seriously, Bill. Come on. But yeah, so adult human beings that have like their own autonomy, like they don't want to work just because. Like, why is that funny? That's saying that like these people want to work. It's absolutely.
Yeah, I guess a funnier follow would have been like they want to whistle while they work.
Yeah, that's actually the kicker within the.
That's a Snow White joke. All right, hold
An
on.
honest golden employment opportunity for dwarves.
there's not that many scripts that come down the pike.
No, with 7 of them.
That has and there's seven dwarf jobs here, but because I think it was Peter Dinklage said this is this is not right to this is demeaning, and they were like, what? We just want to work. We're dwarves. So
dwarves.
ho ho ho.
How in the hell is that demeaning?
Anyway, that's the.
Because earlier in the filming process, Peter Dinklage said like, that it's the same old like stereotype of dwarves or of little people. Like, oh, I can't believe it's the same old. I'm like, it's a story. It's a movie.
Don't audition for the role if you don't like it. But there were other people who did.
Yeah, ruining it for everybody else because of your own. I was gonna say shortcomings. I was like your insecurities. It's if just because you feel that way doesn't mean every other freaking dwarf feels that way. I'm sorry, Tyrion Lannister, you had a fantastic role and you did really well, and now yes, you attributed that whole, handicap, whatever you want to call it, or he inflated that as an issue as his character, which it makes you realize like maybe that really is who he is, that he has to like bring it up as if it's like some issue. Obviously, like I'm not saying that. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know the struggles of that, but don't ruin it. You had a huge fucking role, dude, and now you're just gonna like drag everyone down because you have your own insecurities.
Well, and like that role was specifically supposed to be a little person for that role. So like, is that also demeaning for him?
So
Doesn't sound very demeaning.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
A millionaire.
Peter's take on why he felt the way he did about Snow White.
They're very proud to cast a Latino actress as Snow White.
Yeah.
But you're still telling the story of Snow White.
Yeah.
7 dwarfs.
Sure.
So, look, take a step back and look at what you're doing there.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, no, it makes money.
You're progressive in one way, but you're still making that fucking backward story of 7 dwarves living in a cave. What the fuck are you doing, man?
It's a fucking house.
Have I done nothing to advance the cause from my soapbox? I guess.
You need more than one soapbox, bro.
How arrogant. Have I done nothing? Like every single midget needs to answer to you, Peter Dinklage. And I
gotta say, like he's
role.
like the best looking. Okay, now I'm like offending other. But my point is like I feel like he doesn't have it as bad. Like there are some cases of midgets who like they have serious like deformities.
Well, that's
that
why
like,
he made it.
know,
You know, he's got a big, nice looking head. It's everything's kind of even looking.
A nice looking head.
I bet
He's
you he
not
probably had
bald.
like plastic surgery to like neutralize or something. I mean, because they have like
Remember
little sausage fingers. His fingers aren't as sausagey.
And this was Disney's response to Peter's comments. Disney attempted to set the record straight following the remarks to avoid reinforcing stereotypes from the original animated film. We are taking a different approach with these 7 characters and have been consulting with members of the dwarfism community. We look forward to sharing more as the film heads into production after a lengthy development period, a Disney spokesperson said in a statement to the Hollywood Reporter.
And why make fucking Snow White? Why the fuck
Exactly.
make the movie? They changed it so much. You were better off creating a new character with a new motive and story and all that. Just do that.
movie.
But nobody wants to fucking create anything. They want to piggyback off of a successful story, remake it, make it look different, spit shine it, and throw shit on it afterwards.
Yeah.
So this is actor Dylan Postal. He rails against Peter Dinklage for pushing Disney to change characters of 7 Dwarfs and Snow White adaptation. So now you're taking these roles away for not just 1, but 7 little people. Let's hear what he has to say. I guess he's a dwarf too.
If a dwarf just dreams of being an actor, and in a Disney film, this role is made for them. So now you're taking these roles of not just 1, but 7 little people away because you feel like we have to make progression. It's so stupid. It's just dumb. You're actually doing worse for the community than better. And by saying they're these cave-dwelling Neanderthal kind of people, no, they lived in a cottage, mind you, surrounded by gems. So they were rich.
They were Jewish,
and they were working-class dwarves. He didn't do his research.
Nope.
If a dwarf just
He's completely right. They lived in a little house together. They had nice beds. They had everything they needed. They all had jobs.
And he's sitting here saying 7. It's like, how about them hiring stand-ins, backup actors? There could have been upwards to 20 potential people like casted as for numerous roles. You have your 7 main, but that doesn't mean that they only need that. You still need numerous other figures. Who knows if they actually did this right, that there would be more tiny people they come across or something. Like, he's right. This is the #1 movie that would have been that for them.
Oh yeah,
it's a nice little house.
Cute.
Damn, they really listened to. They shouldn't have listened to old Dinky there. You know what? He's famous. He made it. He's pulling the little ladder up after himself.
Yeah. He would have had a completely different opinion if he was not in that position. If he was somebody who was trying to audition for that role, he would have had a completely different opinion on it and would be on the other side going, why didn't they hire actual little people for the 7 dwarves? But instead, because he's already rich and famous, he got his, he doesn't care, and he just wants to ruin it for everybody else.
And they spent way more on the AI making the dwarves than they would have spent on the actors,
or even if like a lawsuit came for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously he's making it seem like people would have an issue of them going about the story.
Yeah.
To the point,
Imagine the movie comes out and it's just Peter Dinklage is like in every role. Like he plays each.
I hope someone does that. I wish someone did that.
Like, aha, that's why. Warwick Davis. Oh yeah, we know Warwick Davis. Champions the little folk. Put some respect on his name, Dink.
Yeah, Dink.
Dink.
Stinky Dink.
Dink is 4'8". That's basically like a regular person.
I think it's considered a little person if you are a man and under 4'9".
Wow, so he just made it.
Yeah. Just made it. So if he was 4'10", he would not have been on Game of Thrones.
Ooh. He lives in Brooklyn Heights. He lives in Brooklyn Heights, New York. My friend lives out there, and she sees him pretty often.
Wow.
Riding scooters with his kids who are taller than him.
Interesting.
They should kick his ass.
Let's see. Oops. I want to hear.
Muran. Big Muran.
Oh. What did I do here? Hold on.
I don't even know what this is.
I can't hear this. I don't even know what this is.
Sometimes there's a little audio thing to the right of the play button on the top left there. It's hard to see, but you have to click it. Not at the top left of the video you'll see the little play symbol to the right of that.
Ah!
Wow.
Okay, thank you.
Disney is once again facing criticism for altering a classic story, and this time it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Do you see seven dwarfs here? Well, Disney wants you to see seven magical creatures instead. Promotional images leaked showing a gaggle of differently sized acolytes.
And these guys ended up becoming the bandits, which really served like no purpose in the movie. They didn't really bandit anything.
Of a range of races and genders dressed in a hodgepodge of costumery. Peter Dinklage of Game of Thrones said in 2021 that sticking to the traditional model of seven dwarves was backwards, and Disney took his advice. But Dylan Postel, a professional wrestler and actor with dwarfism, says it's not right to take away roles from people of his stature, who have found success in series like The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Whether it's another case of go woke, go broke, or a fresh update on a nearly century-old classic, Snow White will need to make a few $100 million to break even in 2024.
Oh.
Good luck, Disney. Your track record suggests you'll need it.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna make that much.
God.
Not gonna happen.
Wait, was Peter Dinklage like part of the creation of this movie at all, or did they just hear that stupid quote of his and go,
I think
we
they
should
heard
probably
it. They
listen
go,
to him?
oh well, he's the head fucking dwarf. We better listen to him.
Oh, because that is an extra stupid move.
Didn't they have a whole lineup of dwarves when it first was coming out? I remember seeing that they had a whole lineup. Then he made his statements. Then they pulled all of them and then put in CGI.
Yep.
Wow.
That's a tease.
Or maybe it was so early that they didn't even hire.
They had
Dwarves,
the non-dwarves that they actually like filmed. So I don't know if they already had dwarves
The
lined
magical
up.
creatures
the
that
quote,
ended up becoming
filmed
the bandit.
humans, the bandits. They didn't band anything.
This, oh my gosh, this will probably never come out now that Brett Cooper's left the Daily Wire. This was the Daily Wire's answer.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is fairest of them all?
It is you, my queen. Snow White.
Are you ready to discover the price for using magic?
Yet another kingdom falls to your glory. But on this day, one has come of age. Fairer even than you. She is the reason your powers wane.
Who is it?
Snow White.
She is my undoing?
She is also your salvation queen. Take her heart in your hand. You shall never again weaken or age.
Immortality.
The evil queen. We have to stop her.
This looks a little bit like AI.
Yeah.
What was that golden butthole?
That was the mirror. That was the mirror. Golden butthole.
Yeah,
on
right
the
there.
wall. It's
Yeah,
fucking-
wow.
Look at that golden butthole.
Woo!
Just
Who is
tight.
the fairest butthole of them all?
I like it that it looks like she lives in the Taj Mahal. Some
Yeah.
of this, first of all, it kind of sounded like one of the voices in here was Ben Shapiro, which is distracting.
Protect yourself with ExpressVPN.
Guys,
Or are you
let's be
challenge the
reasonable,
queen?
guys.
But it's also like I kept thinking like, oh, there's Brett Cooper. Like I didn't think like, oh, that's Snow White. I just kept thinking like, oh, that's Brett Cooper.
Is
Maybe
that
that's
why
just
they're
me.
losing money for making shit movies like that? They're like,
Maybe.
the Daily Wire is just totally losing money.
Yeah,
Really?
Jeremy Boring had to leave.
Yeah,
'cause
that's why a lot of
he's
people
the
have
God
left.
King.
They are losing a shitload.
They were losing the
no.
culture war, is why they're going under.
Oh no.
Well,
I hope they
I
don't go
mean,
under.
look at Ben. Ben, like, there were like a couple of things that he was very much on a side that people were not in favor of. Like, he was telling everybody to get vaccines. Well, there was something else that he was doing. Like, he wasn't actually like pushing it, it wasn't like this needs to be mandated, but he was saying like, you should get a vaccine. Come on.
And then he backtracked. He flip-flopped, right?
Yeah.
Everyone should get a
Yeah,
vaccine. Then he flip-flopped.
Yeah, because then the Daily Wire decided they were all going to like the Daily Wire as a business was going to press charges of sorts. Like they were because of the mandate, they were doing like taking legal action, and so then that's when he flip flopped. But he was very much like, like when COVID became a thing, like in 2020, was like get a vaccine, you dopes, and like all this stuff. So there was something else I remember. What was it though? I can't remember what the topic was, but he was again like
Catholics. I mean, yeah, all that stuff.
but there was something that he like had another like more lefty type opinion on, and then changed his mind. I can't remember what it was though. So it's just sort of like people that want to be a lot more conservative aren't really relying on the Daily Wire for that because
they weren't really conservative though, because they were. If you read through their contracts that were released, their whole goal was to sow division and to cause the Conservative Party to argue with each other. Like that was their intent of their messaging, and it worked for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely achieved that goal, but I think it's not going in their favor anymore.
So Jeremy Boring is stepping down to focus on creative projects for the company, per Axios' Sarah Fisher. The DW's many detractors had a field day with the news, speculating that there was more to the story. Boring and Shapiro had fallen out, one hater claimed, and were retaining different PR agents to brief against each other. Cockburn did his darndest to separate truth from fiction. No, Shapiro said, when asked if he was retaining his own PR, I personally handle Ben and Jeremy's PR. I hire outside. Others confidently asserted that the company is in dire financial straits due to all the movie and shows it's making, pointing to Boring's passion project, The Pendragon Cycle, an Arthurian TV series, which is yet to be released. Okay, that's the one they're talking about, like similar to Game of Thrones. Shows in post-production with a premiere date to be announced. Let's see. Boring's exit was due to a clandestine, which means mysterious, acquisition of the Daily Wire by News Corp, which is they own Fox. This rumor made slightly more sense than the fruitier ones. Fox News' audio division was somewhat left in the dust of the 2024 podcast election, and News Corp executive would likely be keen on buying an outlet with bigger inroads into a younger conservative audience. However, Cordova said rumors of a Fox takeover of the Wire role were totally false. According to Axios, the Daily Wire currently had a valuation north of $1 billion. Wow. When have we heard that before in digital media? Okay, interesting. All right, I think they're done with that now. All right, so nothing really solid, just some speculation.
Yeah. Zato has something really important to say.
Oh, excuse me.
He just said free clandestine.
Adam, what's up, Adam Choi? Thank you for the 2. Let's make SimpCast the movie.
Uh-oh.
That would be great.
Okay, what would the plot be?
What would be the plot?
Like
there's
we'll have to we'll come back to that.
Gotta hit the writing room.
Yeah. It's me shopping for bras that are sexy again, not functional.
And then hijinks ensues,
Yeah. Clark Kent, thanks for the 5. There's groups that pay writers to include leftist talking points in their movies and TV shows. Oh,
no, they should fire them.
Don't we know it? Real Black Betty Ram Lam. I wonder if their cackheads are big in the shafts. What? Thank you.
What's a cackhead?
Great U.S. treasure hunt for 5. Problem is those characters aren't humans that suffer from dwarfism. They are dwarves, mythical creatures, not humans with a disorder. Hi ho. Oh, I didn't know that dwarves were different than people who suffer from dwarfism. That's new to me.
Well, people who have dwarfism, still, if they want to audition for that role and be in it. They deserve to have that job.
Hmm.
You know,
Interesting.
like remember back in the early 2000s when Blink 182 like they had that whole midget thing. There were midgets everywhere, like in their music videos. They took them on tour with them and all this stuff, and people were just like up in arms, like, oh, you're just exploiting them for their disability or whatever. I'm like, but they want to do that. They applied for the job. They're getting paid a lot of money, and you're like, are you jealous? Like, what is the point here? Because if this
giving
person
someone
wants
work
that
is
job,
demeaning.
yeah, like I don't see how it's demeaning if this person is doing it and is comfortable doing it and is getting paid. Like they're not doing it for free. They're getting paid money, like a lot of it.
It was just
Anthony, Combat Media. Gee, what pretty girl.
Ooh.
Thanks for the orange boy.
Missy, I think someone's simping for you.
Speaking of simping, Lila's here.
Yay!
Lila, we just watched you on Inside Edition.
Yeah, we were talking about you.
Oh, hi. Hold on. Let me put on my microphone. This ain't.
Okay.
This ain't right.
K-Max for 10. Thanks for the yellow boy. Ben Shapiro recently said, don't look into the JFK files.
Oh, yeah.
JFK died in 1963, so who cares? Any theories on this? Shapiro seems legit nervous of any leakage of those files.
Well, to that knowledge, then we shouldn't care about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Weird. Of course.
I don't.
Weird logic to apply to something that happened a while ago in its significance and value. So, I mean, that'll be my argument.
It's history. People care about history. Michael Gavinelli. Hey, Chrissy. Breaking news. Stuttering John will be in New Jersey for Chiller. This is breaking news. For Chiller Convention in April, I'm going, and I think he's going to freak out of me. All right.
Freak out of you.
Leg.
Yeah. Don't let him in you.
Just don't let him in you, man.
Don't let him in you, man. He can't freak out of you if he's not in there.
D-Wire, Candace is correct, and Macron is not straight. Russell Hall, it's just easier for midgets to play certain mythical creatures like dwarves and garden gnomes. It's called that. Okay, Russell.
I mean, he has a point, though.
Lila, talk to us about your recent trip to LA and how you went from you were going to protest the movie to then being on Inside Edition.
Yeah, so the plan was a bunch of us were going to protest outside of Disney Studios. And then they actually ended up inviting us to go on Inside Edition to talk about our feelings about it. So I'm really happy that I was given the opportunity to do so, because it is total BS that they wouldn't hire actual people and that they would use CGI. I mean, think about it. Like, if they would have hired actual people, I think the movie would have done way better, first of all. Also, Rachel Ziegler, she could have been hailed as a hero if she would have been like, hey, we should totally hire 7 actual little people. Like, I was just on a podcast earlier, and I said that I get a lot of attention when I'm by myself, just being small. So imagine if you had 7 small people on the red carpet. Everybody would want to interview them.
Oh, yeah. It would be exciting and fun.
Yes. And I also think, too, it's like the message that you're sending by using CGI dwarves is like little people aren't talented enough to do it. And it's almost like you've gone so extreme with the we want to be woke and politically correct. You're actually like discluding an entire group of people. So it's
right.
awful.
Because Dinklage said, oh, you're still using that same old story. Like, okay, you're doing a live action. You want to stick to the story or else like
I also
write your own original movie.
I think with Peter Dinklage, like I understand in a sense where he's coming from, because he wants to be seen as like a regular person, an actor. What he's trying to do is like, hey, if you have a mailman that you're going to hire, or not a mailman, like for whatever role, it doesn't matter if they're small or big. But the thing is, with Snow White, we're dealing with a mythical fantasy movie. So why not actually use people who portray the role?
Right.
I think he just wants to be the only special person. I mean, I think that's selfish.
Oh, absolutely. I got to tell you, oh my God. It's very interesting. I mean, part of the reason I even became a stand-up comedian is because I felt like I didn't really like fit into any category of things. Like I've even had other little people tell me that I'm not actually a dwarf. I'm not actually little. And I'm like, dude, we are eye to eye right now. So who are you to tell me? And also what's interesting with me too, so I'm 4'6", but I have friends who are 2'10" and 3 foot tall. And when we sit down, like when we're sitting, because of the size of my back with my spina bifida, I actually am the same size as them sitting down. So, but when I stand up, because my legs are long, that's why I'm taller.
Right.
Do you guys like my hat?
I love it. Make the midget world great.
Yes.
Did you just have that hat?
Yeah.
You found it.
Yeah, make the midget word great again. And you know, I just think that this would have been such a great opportunity to make 7 superstars. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if we had 7 Peter Dinklages. Then it wouldn't be so. It would just. I think it would just make more opportunities, and it would normalize being small or different. And I guess personally for me, I'm just at this point where I'm like, I don't think that, like, even when I do like leprechaun gigs or whatever, I'm like, that's no different than a hot girl doing bottle service or a model being hired to walk in Paris Fashion Week. And it's like, it's really all about perspective and how you choose to see things, you know? And Peter Dinklage does not speak for all of us. He doesn't speak for me.
Yeah, and imagine if this were any other group of people, like instead of having the actual actor play a trans character, no, we're just gonna have AI, or we didn't want to get a black lesbian, so we have just AI. That
imagine if
way more
for 12 Years a Slave, they made all the black people CGI.
Yeah, like because it's it's a really backward story.
Yeah,
so true. In hot water. Man, what's up in hot water? Gary Oldman was a dwarf in Tiptoes. It was so funny.
Yes, he was. He walked around on his knees.
I didn't see that one.
He was Matthew McConaughey's midget brother.
Dirk, thanks for the 5. Peter Dinklage climbed the ladder, then set the ladder on fire, threw it in the river, and threw the river into outer space.
Wow.
He sure did.
Maybe that's what the SimpCast movie should be about.
Us getting revenge on Peter Dinklage.
Getting the river back from outer space.
Whatever that is.
Trying to get Peter Dinklage to see the error of his ways.
Oh man.
Chasing him around. Wow. It's like they're trying to be so woke that they're actually, racist and exclusive. The Tiptoes trailer in the private chat. Okay. Can we watch this? Is this allowed?
Yes.
Okay. Tiptoes. This was made in 2003. Never heard of it. Tiptoes.
Matthew McConaughey, baby.
All right. Tippy toes.
Carol and Steven's life together was perfect.
I've got to get going.
Right this second. Hey, baby.
Hey, sweetie.
There's one small problem.
Hi, I'm Ralph.
Ah!
We're twins.
Are your parents?
Yeah. It can tear them apart.
I think you gotta let me know that everyone in your family's a midget.
They're not midgets, Carol. They're dwarfs.
Whatever.
Or bring them together.
Hey, welcome. I'm Steven.
Ah, there you are. This is Steven's father, Bruno, and his mom, Kathleen. And over behind the bar is Steven's brother, Ralph.
Hi.
You could have prepared us for this, don't you think? If you embarrass me, I'll never
What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh my God.
I think maybe I'm pregnant.
When the going gets rough, it's only the size of your heart that counts.
What?
And your penis.
You knocked up this great girl, and you didn't tell her that her baby's probably gonna be little.
I'm not like you. We are so cute and
cuddly.
Don't discriminate against
my friend
us.
Bridget.
This party's got a little wild. I never expected.
Your friend Bridget's in this?
Yes.
Bridget's
She's
in
been
this?
in a lot of movies.
Where
You
is
see her
she?
for a second. She walked by.
Like you. We are so cute and cuddly. Don't.
There she is.
Oh, look at
Aw.
Marilyn.
Don't discriminate against us.
You said these parties got a little wild. I never expected this.
A little
Sure,
wild.
a lot of midgets around here.
You better back off, Goldie Hawn. My man can do what he wants to do.
I'm ready for an adult relationship.
What is this man doing in your bedroom?
Wow.
This is awesome.
Yeah, is this offensive to you, Lila? I don't know if this is offensive.
Absolutely not. This is freaking awesome. You know, I like the premise of this movie too. And now I need to go see it, but it looks freaking awesome. And look at how many people got jobs and got paid. And
Imagine
also,
if they. Oh, go ahead.
what an interesting concept that, you know, the whole movie is that she's like, why didn't you tell me that the people are little, right? And it's like, well, what's wrong with the
whole
them being-
family?
Yeah,
You're
what's
not
wrong with that?
fucking the family. You're fucking Matthew
Even-
McConaughey.
But even then, it's like, what's wrong with like he just happened to be born regular, and it was a roll of the dice. I mean, that's his brother's a twin. You get what I'm saying? And like, she's pregnant, and if she has a little person baby, is she gonna love that baby any less than if it was a regular size baby? No.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, that was Gary Oldman playing. Man,
Yeah.
that man has no limits to his acting.
Yeah, just
freaking
wandering
awesome.
around on his
Yeah.
knees.
Holy shit, that is wow. That's hilarious.
Imagine if they hired like all just like normal sized people and had them all stuff their knees into shoes and waddle around like Gary Oldman for this movie because Peter Dinklage was offended by it.
Gary Oldman took that part away.
Hey,
from a
well,
small
no,
person.
actually, I wouldn't be offended by that if they were incredibly good actors. But at the end of the day, it's like if you can hire someone who's a good actor and they happen to be small, why not? But I also
Yeah.
think the best person for the role should get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I
The
don't
best little
believe.
person.
I don't believe like acting is difficult to do. So Gary Oldman, I'm not offended that they turned him into a little person. I think that's freaking awesome, and he did a great job acting it, and he actually looked small. So
Maybe Gary Oldman really is a little person, but all his other acting somehow, because he's that
Stilts.
good.
He was on stilts. The thing is, I actually think that's a hilarious touch. Is like, okay, now here's this one dude who's not a little person, but we're just gonna shove his knees into some shoes and have him scoot around on
This is
set
Gabby
all day.
McGinnis did when he met you, right, Lila?
Yes, he did.
Aw, how nice! I think that's funny. It just makes it so much like goofier to me. But
Dan Halen for 5 was the dude next to Lila during the interview, the same guy that was in the Venice Beach Freak Show series back in the day.
Yes, that is my friend Matt McCarthy. He is absolutely hilarious, great entertainer, and so much fun to be around. That was him.
So
Aw.
you're not going to protest the movie, and then at what point do you
I
find
think
out?
we might be protesting it next week.
Oh,
So
okay.
I might be going back to LA for that. But it was just great to actually like be invited on and to talk about it. And like I said, it was such a lost opportunity, you know. Like I got to tell you, when I'm walking around with my Micro Maidens group, like even when we don't have a show, like we went out to where did we go? We went to Louisiana Mardi Gras. We were walking around in Mardi Gras, and the whole group wasn't with us. It was just 4 of us. We got stopped every 5 seconds, and people were like, "Can we get a picture with you? Can we get a picture with you?" So the 7 dwarfs, if they would have actually had 7 little people, those people would have become so famous.
Yeah, you're
rock
right.
star situation, and they would have done amazing on the red carpet. People would totally want to interview them. So it was such a lost opportunity, and I feel like any other little person who's not angry about this, they absolutely should be. They should be fucking livid.
And think about who are the household little people actors. It's really Peter Dinklage. I can't think of it. So anyone that would have been cast for this movie, they would have been really elevated.
Yes.
Wee Man, Mikey.
Wee Man. Okay, Wee Man. That's it too.
But
But even them, they're on the taller side of the spectrum. Okay.
Yeah.
I know little people who are literally like 2'10", 3 foot tall, 3'11", you know, and where are their parts?
Right.
Where are their
Yeah.
roles? And again, it's like, I'm not even saying this on behalf of myself. Like, I didn't need to be hired for it, you know, but a lot of my friends who would have been perfect for this, they weren't even given the opportunity to audition. So, and it's so interesting to me too, because it's like they were talking about how it's so woke, it's so progressive, and it's like, no, you actually regressed, because in 1937 they actually used little people.
Yep.
I mean, I was a little bit upset for Wicked. I'm like, I thought the Munchkins in Munchkinland, I thought, aren't those supposed to be little people? But they didn't make them small.
They didn't? I didn't see Wicked.
There's not a single midget person in that movie. Should have thrown a couple of them in there.
Wow. So
political correctness has ruined society. Everything
And even
is
in
politically correct.
even in
Willy Wonka?
yeah, with Robert Downey Jr. No, the other guy.
Robert. Another person named Robert? Oh.
Sorry, I fucked it up.
Not Robert
Wait,
Downey Jr.
what movie? What are we talking about?
Willy Wonka.
Gene Wilder.
No, the other one.
Oh.
The real one?
Dempsey.
Johnny Depp? Wait.
Johnny
hold
Depp,
on.
that guy.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah. The Johnny Depp one. They used that like Indian guy and they just like multiplied him in post.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you've never seen that?
I know him
see
too.
that version.
I
You
know
have
him.
to.
He's one of my friends. I know him. I mean, it was great for him, which was awesome. You know, it made him into a superstar.
Did he get paid 7 times?
He got paid so much money for that. I mean, he got paid really well, and everywhere he was in Hollywood, he was like treated so well. But again, that was also a lost opportunity. They could have hired so many other little people. And here's another thing too. If you go on TikTok or like Instagram in the younger generation, there are like a lot of little people or people with disabilities who are like popping off. So I'm like, Disney, you're not even like watching the fact that this is what people want to see. So what are you doing?
They're behind. Yep. It's they're literally stifled out of fear of being canceled one way or the other. And it's given too much of a shit what people think.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I can understand. Like, I had a thing recently where one of my friends who I used to do gigs with, he posted that this restaurant asked him if he was available to do like a Leprechaun gig, and like he wrote back that, oh, he's not available. He doesn't do that kind of work anymore. And he made like this long post about how he used to make thousands of dollars like doing those kind of gigs, but now he's realized like that it's exploitative and blah blah blah. And
must be nice to not need the money anymore.
Exactly. And I kind of felt like, okay, it's exploitative if that's how you want to look at it, you know, because sometimes when I'm doing micromaidens, I've had women, and it's never men, it's always women come up to me and they ask me, they're like, do you feel like you're being exploited? I'm like, no, I feel like I'm getting paid. I feel like I'm
it
really
feels
good
like
money.
you're getting money.
And I feel like I'm being praised right now because I walk in and I'm like, I'm being treated like a rock star. And again, I feel like it's no different than hiring. Does a hot girl who gets hired to wear a Budweiser shirt and sell Budweiser in the corner of her bar, like, is that wrong to do? She's getting hired simply because she's hot.
Right. Do male strippers, like, I mean, they get hired like Thunder and Down Under. Do they feel exploited? No, they feel like they're getting work for being hot and dancing so.
So I don't know.
How about cashiers that make $10 an hour? Are they not being exploited? I feel like they are.
Like, isn't anyone who does anything for money being exploited?
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly. We just want to get paid out here, okay? I'm just pissed that 7 little people did not get paid. Dwarfs, little people, midgets, whatever the heck you want to call us. I don't care. I just want that money. Make that money talk.
Yeah.
Call me whatever
Give
you
me
want.
that money.
Remember, Lila, you were like, 2025 is the year of getting paid. And like, boom, look at you. You're on this tour crushing it. Wow.
Thank you.
You manifested it.
I'm manifesting it, manifesting more stuff. It's going to be awesome.
We got fans of Lila in the chat. Lila's stand-up is great. Anime Matsuri was a great stand-up show with Chrissy. That was like one of the
that was one of the best. That was so fun. Remember I spilled my little drink?
Yep, you spilled it all over the stage right before I went up. And I was like, don't fall. Yeah, that was a hoot. That was a real hoot. Russell Hall, I would just like to point out that Peter Dinklage would not do as good a job as Gary Oldman playing Dracula, but the inverse was not true. Okay.
Yeah.
Dan Haaland, Dylan Postel did a great interview debate on Piers Morgan's show about the Wonka thing really shut down the tar that he was up against. Oh, maybe we could find that clip.
Interesting.
Russell Hall, thankfully, as long as there's a porn industry, There'll be plenty of roles for midgets, allegedly, I've heard.
Hey,
Russell?
you know what?
Okay.
Even speaking of porn, gotta give a shout out to my friend Bridget the Midget. She was the first one to really pop off and be like the biggest porn actress for and put midgets on the map. So
on the mattress.
Yeah, on the mattress. No one was before Bridget Powers. No one was really like looking at midgets like they're hot. So she really had to kind of pave the way and do what she did. And I'm glad that she did. And I'm grateful to be on tour with her. She's got a lot of super fans who come out. And I remember the first time I was in college. The first time I kind of saw pictures of her, and I'm like, oh my God, she's hot. And she doesn't give a fuck that she's small and she's out there in some ways. I know this sounds strange, but like her being at the strip club was inspiring, and it's been an interesting journey.
And I'm sure anybody who does something where it's a little bit of a novelty, they know that. I mean, can you say, "Oh, I'm being exploited"? It's the novelty of it is just part of the job. It's part of what makes people attracted to them, and it's part of the success. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a fair question. Are you being exploited? Russell Hall, does Bridget the Midget have a fleshlight? I feel like that would do really well. Oh, Russell.
I'll tell her to make one and sell it.
It's a travel size.
Russell wants to pre-order one, I think.
Oh my gosh. Crazy. I wanted to talk about Opie. So Missy here is a girlfriend of our dear friend Anthony Cumia, who happened to be wearing his shirt today.
Yay.
He was the founder of Compound Media. If you guys watched Wet Spot, I had a show on that fabulous network for 6 years, and they merged. R.I.P. They merged recently with Censored over the summer, and so Anthony's kind of famous for being one of the first people to be canceled from his radio gig, and he's managed to get himself kind of uncanceled by getting himself a terrestrial radio gig on WABC. He does one show, and within 48 hours, they basically say, "All right, we're going to put the show national." It's picked up for what? Syndication. What am I missing in this story, Missy?
He wasn't trying to get this job.
Wow.
That's another thing. He literally came to me. He's like, "Hey, so I just got offered that the president of WABC radio just called me." I was like,
wow.
What? That's a movie, right? The person they just show up. No, you're right about the syndication. Their stream numbers went up over 130%.
Woohoo.
Their app downloads were up somewhere around there, 60%. And within the 48 hours. And they're in the works of some other stuff. And I don't know what I can say, whatnot, but I do know what he has said. And but yeah, that's really it. And he loves it. He's so excited. It's really cute.
How did they think of him, or how did they? I mean, I'm sure they knew of
Who's
him.
they?
The president and whoever booked him for this.
Who's they though?
So
they
people.
I think their name is Chad. It's funny. The guys' names are Chad and John. I'm not kidding. So when Anthony says that, he's like, "Wow, I've never even said those two names in such positivity."
That's funny.
But yeah, those they know who he is. The funniest thing right now is what I'm seeing are these people trying to get him in trouble. This and that. It's like everyone knows who he is.
They know the story.
Anthony doesn't hide who he is. He's very out front and very outspoken. And so yeah, they know who they're getting when they did this, and there's a reason for it. Cancel culture is over. So if you're sitting there trying, you're the fucking idiot.
Ooh.
You're the asshole. You're wasting your time. You're spinning your wheels, and you know why you're doing it? It's because you're jealous.
Because you're jealous.
You don't have it. You have nothing. You have nothing. If you did have something, you'd be too preoccupied doing that. But instead, you're sitting there typing away, adding, his boss, the W. It's pathetic,
Wow. I
really.
didn't know
It's
that was
absolutely.
happening. That's so
It's happening.
sad.
Remember when we were just talking about, there's this weird internet drama going on right now, and I think it's going across the board onto the multiple realms of whether it be, comedy, what have you. But yeah, that is one thing. But he's loving it. He gets 2 hours and he sits there and he does his thing, his original thing. This isn't something new for him. It's not like this is right. So he said, he goes, it almost feels new again because it's like going back, but he loves it. He's so happy. I love seeing him so excited about it. It's really cute. It's really, really cute. I gotta say.
I'm so happy for him too. And but who's not happy for him is his old co-host Opie.
I think there's more than one, but let's start with him.
Greg Copey Hughes. I'm calling him Copey now.
No, that's a good one.
This is, I think, perhaps his latest commentary on the whole thing.
KO, what do you think about Sam Roberts being the last man standing on essentially What's Your Old Show? I've already talked about that. I don't feel like talking about it again.
But I'm going to talk about it.
But it's all he talks about.
But I'm going to talk about it anyway.
He creates no new content. He can't be bothered to buy an actual light, get a better camera.
He does not understand that the lighting that you want is behind you. Turn around.
But he has to show everybody his bougie view that he paid so much for.
That's all warped from that lens.
It looks like a fishbowl.
He's just there. I mean, he's just there.
And you're not.
SiriusXM survives because of Howard Stern. It survives because of a little bit of Ron Bennington. It survives a little bit because of Andy. It survives a little bit because of Mike. No, not Mike. Just the Mad Dog. Maybe throw a little bonfire in there, and that's it. Sam's he's just rotting in a seat. Nothing impressive.
Rotting in a seat. I mean, he does.
He's
have
in
a
that
radio
seat.
show.
He's in that seat, and you're not in that seat.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
You are sitting here.
I get nothing on my timeline about the Sam Roberts show. No,
you just go look for it.
Like his timeline is the end all be all of what's hip and happening and relevant.
Don't do that. No, Rusty, don't do that. E-Rock. I didn't know the show was called Opie, Anthony, and E-Rock.
So he's salty towards E-Rock because E-Rock, I don't know if he's mentioned it before publicly, but he did say when he was on my show here a couple weeks ago at the new studio that he has all the Opie and Anthony archives. And because he, I guess, took the time to download and save them.
But I guess I gotta acknowledge that. Do I have cotton candy hair today? No, let's not say that to E-Rock. We gotta put our kid gloves on. We gotta be very, very nice to E-Rock.
You know who else has all the archives?
My life's work.
Me.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
This is all Opie and Anthony.
I thought that was a big box of diapers for a second. I was like, are those Huggies? You have that. I thought you were holding a big thing of Huggies for a second because I'm just so used to seeing the red.
All right, Mom.
Mom.
If I'm gonna puke, I'll let you know.
Oh. So you have the archives too? Ooh.
Yeah, I do. It's a whole box. It's heavy as fuck. And so why isn't Opie contacting Ann?
Weird. That's interesting.
That's heavy.
Back. He is the keeper of the Opie and Anthony archives. And he said, I need to be a human being. And then maybe, it's not even a definite, by the way. And then maybe I could get my life's work back. So let's not do FU E-Rock. We got to be very careful with the E-Rock. He holds the O&A archives. They're in a vault. There are German Shepherd guard dogs at E-Rock and whoever else he hired to guard the Opie and Anthony archives. So we can't say
so
F U to E-Rock. No.
Even when he tries to be
What
funny,
was that
it's just
character?
cringe.
What movie was that? And believe it or not, the character's name was Anthony, where they didn't want to piss off Anthony. Don't piss off Anthony.
Thank God, it's the Twilight Zone episode, you dolt.
That's what we have to do with the E-Rock. And then maybe my life's work, I can get back. So
Why
maybe-
wouldn't he save his own archives? Like, why wouldn't you, like, right away, get your hands on that?
'Cause he's bitter Opie. He's always bitter. And so when he had the opportunity, probably, I mean, he was shunned. So he's like,
Shunned?
I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that.
Oh.
I don't wanna.
I
It's
just
so
want to
bad.
drink wine and not brush my wine mouth and then do videos.
Yeah, why does he have that?
He always has like a black hole for a mouth because of all the wine.
He is a black hole.
My family, but my kids can enjoy it someday. I don't know.
My kids can enjoy it someday.
Yeah, because that's what they want to enjoy, not a trip to Disney. They
Right.
want to enjoy your shit. I
Not
don't think that
even
family's ever been on a fucking real vacation.
Not even just like quality time with their dad. Like I'm sure like you'd rather spend time like talking to your kids, playing catch, whatever, supporting whatever they're into. No, let's watch my old glory days. Let's watch old episodes of Opie and Anthony. Come on, kids, gather around. I don't care how your day was at school. Time
He like
to watch
straps
me.
them in,
Ugh.
like
Yeah, like hold their eyes open,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange.
Get your re-wedding drops. Time to watch me 25 years ago.
Boy could dream. I'm hoping. I love how other podcasts dislike you, but you're still the prime focus of their content. Goes to show you, no
Like
hope, no
now.
hope.
Not the
Peace,
prime.
precious. I like that. Well, the deal is, I think it's a curse that anyone could live stream and podcast now because there's a lot of crap out there.
Why are
And
you
if you're
here?
not-
Like people who don't use lights or good equipment or don't go to the trouble of doing any production whatsoever. Oh, like Opie.
Putting yourself in front of a camera and trying to like just talk about shit going on in your life, shit going on in the world, hopefully trying to be funny, get a few laughs out there.
He's like, I'm not doing any of
If
that.
you're not
literally
capable or
explaining
brave enough to
himself.
do that, then what do you rely on? You rely on just making fun of people. Even during Opie and Anthony, when we did Jocktober, we knew that it was a thing that you did from just time to time. You didn't focus your whole show on just making fun of other shows. It's stupid after a while. And it shows a lack of
Awareness, like
real
you.
talent. It's not a show that will sustain on any level
like
where you
this
can make
show.
a crazy living
Old.
out of it. So I appreciate that, Cast Iron Kyle, because there's a whole bunch of people out there just crap ones. Imagine what happens when Sam is live. You're obsessed with Sam Roberts. Look, man, knowing all the players, you're drunk, Uncle. It looks like you're a big supporter of Sam Roberts. Oh my God, can you imagine there's a supporter of Sam Roberts out there?
He's so
And
salty
here I am now
sounding.
trashing people.
Like that ocean behind him.
Yeah.
The super chat
Go
came
for a
at the
swim.
worst time because now I'm going to lead right into what I said I just shouldn't be doing. But like I said, if you do it from time to time, a little here, a little there, it's fine. That's more than fine. I'll say this.
How jealous is Opie that Anthony got syndicated in 48 hours? You know he's watching his every move.
He is watching everything, but there's a part of I don't think he is. There's a part of me that thinks yes, he's watching everything, but then there's also a part of me that either when he acts like he's not, maybe he's not. I will say 100% delusional, absolutely delusional. But I think he doesn't. He relies on people relaying him information rather than getting it from the source, because the source is reality. And Opie doesn't live in reality.
He likes
that's
to play
right.
telephone.
You have no way of knowing if Sam Roberts' show is pulling in bigger numbers than Anthony's part-time AM gig, AM radio gig, I should say. A couple hours on the weekend.
He also said a few episodes ago, like, "Oh, my new car doesn't have AM radio." By the way, it's impossible to buy a car without AM radio unless you specially order it.
Probably couldn't find it because he doesn't know how to function as a person. He needs other people to do things for him, put things in place and whatnot. He's retarded.
I forgot my password.
But with that said, I would bet a lot of money that Anthony is talking to more people than Sam Roberts. I have to say it. So you guys get confused.
Yeah, that's almost a compliment.
But look, there was a reason I picked the good, the bad, and the ugly for the theme of the Opie and Anthony show. And that's one reason why the show works so good. You get the good stuff.
Are you the ugly?
Yeah.
Stuff. So you're
Or see the
confused
bad.
because you're like, wait, but you don't like it. That was a chance to take a shot at him. Yeah, but the reality is that Anthony's definitely talking to more people than Sam Roberts. Sam's dead in the water at Sirius XM. Trust me. There's nothing
He
going on
has
there.
the
Do you
gig.
see?
Right. He's currently still working
just
there.
Insanity. These people who sit there and bitch in front of a green screen. I mean, listen, I can't say that it's a terrible place in which he's sitting here currently. Hey, the Hamptons, that's nice. That looks like a pretty small place, if anything. I don't know. Whatever it is. But that's
Bungalow.
where he is. He's in a bungalow. He's not in a position to be. He only frames himself off of what was, not what is.
Yeah.
And he is a man who has to talk quietly at 5 fucking a.m. to not wake his family. Like, who the fuck are you? Who are you? Like, who are you right now? Now, who were you? Who are you? And you are not in the position to be doing that, to be saying this shit. Maybe you have a couple things like, hey, oh, well, I should know. Well, if that's the case, then you should have something better going for you right now. Maybe not a huge gig, not a huge platform. That's fine. But at least show that you learned something in the last 25 years as a professional radio host. That's it. Because nobody would believe you if some random person came to this fucking stream and watched it. They would go, "Who's this guy?
Radio
Oh, he was
Wow.
Opie and Anthony Opie. What? Really? Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. What's is this just like an announcement? Like people wonder what the heck it is. Like, oh no, this is his show. This is what he does every day.
A ballerina who got really fat, and you're like, well, this didn't have to happen.
That's what me
You know
never
better.
seen this guy is thinking, who the hell is this guy? And it looks like he has lipstick, and when he smiles, he looks like he could play the Joker.
Does he have eyes?
But he looks like he has lipstick on him. Sorry.
It's the wine.
Yeah, it's all that wine.
Wine mouth.
The blank talking about your show. No, I don't see anyone talking about my show. No, I
talking
don't.
about my show. No, I
And
don't.
I even said blank, so he doesn't even
I
get
don't talk about
the little credit, the tiny credit on my live stream. No, there's someone that literally looks like a tugboat that I've had no relationship with. Zero. Don't even know the guy. And to get some heat, I guess people go after me to get some heat. I don't even know the guy.
Don't flatter yourself. Oh,
yeah, and out of nowhere, he just takes shots at me. So I called him Tugboat because that's a perfect name for the guy. He looks like a goddamn
hilarious,
tugboat.
Opie.
There was whatever. There's another one.
He's just.
Tell us, Opie. Give us more.
Yes, wow.
More.
Another one like saying, "Let's bury the hatchet. Come on my show. I'll send you a
Oh,
card."
that's
I'm like,
me. He said,
how
"You're me."
delusional are these people? There's someone I've never met.
That's me.
Never met
Me.
that worked under Anthony. So because you worked under Anthony, you got to take shots at me. It just goes with it just goes with the lay
Yes,
of the
it's
land.
rules.
I think that's when E-Rock started
And the
pumping up
contract.
his
No, it started actually when Opie went out of his way to say that my show was boring, and I was like, it's on.
Yeah, and then he blocked you like a jerk.
He goes back and forth between blocking and unblocking.
his hate towards
Ew.
me.
Weirdo.
Sorry, E-Rock, trying to become a human being so I could get my life's work back someday. I apologize, E-Rock. I didn't mean that. And this person, just takes shots at me. Never met the person at all. Didn't know the first thing about
Cool guy
her.
thing where like, oh, this person, he's just being like mysterious about it. Like,
Yeah, so vague and cryptic, like as
God
if like he's
forbid-
better than it.
God,
Yeah,
what
like-
a great pause right there.
God forbid, like he I don't want to say her name because I don't want to give her any clout or attention.
And I was just trying to do my thing, and all of a sudden she just like a zzz, zzz. So I took my
That's
dumb
how your
shot,
family feels about you.
And
when you walk
then
in the
my dumb
room.
shot was really, really good. That was the one where I said you're boring AF.
Oh my
she never got over
God.
that.
It
because
is you.
Crashes me on the
Or
regular,
was it
but
so
I'm like,
boring?
I
can't
didn't even
handle
know
it.
you. I didn't
I
do
don't
anything
even
to
know-
you. You felt like you had to attack me because you worked under Anthony.
What a moron.
Attack? Hey, would you want to be on my podcast? You're attacking me. Okay.
What?
What?
Asking me on your podcast because you work for Anthony. Like he gives him way too much power. He just can't get Anthony out of his head.
He belittles these people, and like you included, for having courage. And I don't want to use the word courage. Like, you're just being upfront and be like, hey, want to be on my show? Like, I know other people who have asked Opie to be on his show, on their show, call in, and they are coming at it from being genuine fans. Like, they don't even care about like the steep spiraling decay of madness that he is now in. They see it, but they don't care. There's these two dudes who just want to fucking shout out Dalton. That's who he used to do. Actually, you were on his show, Chrissy, and I felt bad because I think they were
to me.
They were a little rude. I don't think they were too fair to you. Nonetheless, I know that they were just big fans of Opie, and they tried so hard. And I felt so bad.
They had me on. They said we only had her on because she has 200,000 followers, and I was like,
oh, it's me.
Thank you, I guess.
It's Opie just wouldn't do it, and he kept like cock teasing them and breadcrumbing them to like making it seem like he would consider it. That he's just a manipulative twat.
Yeah.
Wait, I just realized something. So when he was like emailing Joe Rogan and like
No, he wasn't.
those
He was
videos
tweeting
and
at them.
hassling him,
Tweeting at all
did
these
that mean
people.
that he was attacking Joe Rogan then? Like, remember he did that weird video? He was like, listen, I emailed you and you didn't respond. This is what the email said. I'm basically
Technically-
Stan in that Eminem song. Like, he was attacking Joe Rogan. then.
Yeah. No, he's asked many people to come on his show and
Mr. Beast.
boost his Opie Unleashed channel. So he's
Oh.
very much a hypocrite.
Opie is a woman. Everything he does is a psycho ex-girlfriend, crazy girl. Hey man, I messaged you. It's like just put a feminine voice on him and long hair, and it's every crazy girl that felt offended, afflicted, or once had a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is such a fucking little woman bitch, which I hear he does have mommy issues anyway. So it would make sense.
Do you think he's a cross-dresser in the closet, just waiting to come out?
Honestly, that's the best thing going for him.
Yeah, because he really could pull it off.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's like, hey, let's bury the hatchet and become bury what hatchet? I've never met you. This is creepy. I'll send you a car. Come do my. I don't need a car from anybody.
Yeah.
No,
Mr.
Bury
Victim.
what
Opie.
hatchet? I
You don't
did
need to get a
nothing
ride?
you. I didn't even know you. You felt the need to attack me because you worked for Anthony's company. Wow.
I don't know.
This
I don't know if he knows what attack means.
piss off a lot of people, but it's the God's honest truth. It is
I don't think you know what
literally
a
the God's
comb
honest truth.
is.
My truth bothers
He's
people.
got Q-tip hair.
My favorite person to ever work with in radio, I guess, right? Because I worked with a few caddies that, Whit Baldwin. Oh my God, Whit! He watches these every once in a while. He's one of my oldest friends. Lost touch because he moved.
Every person he says he's friends with, it's all people he's lost touch with. It's nobody that he's currently.
Oh,
friends
I lost
with.
touch with him because he moved.
Yeah,
they
I'm
blocked
still
me. They
very
really live a
close.
block away, but they're just,
you know, he got a haircut. We lost touch. Whereas Anthony is still friendly with everyone he's worked with. Like, still stays in touch. Or if you reach out to him, he'll write you back. Like it's amazing the difference. Like Opie has no friends. And
like how did they lose touch? Did they all change their phone numbers after they moved away? Like, what do you?
No, he just
they
doesn't
didn't
care
move
about
away.
people.
They still live a block away. They just changed their phone numbers and they hide when they come home.
When they see him.
He just doesn't make an effort
Yeah.
to stay friends with anybody.
I think it's just Opie
care.
because he's out of touch. Just
Yeah.
with
Likes
everything.
helicopters. The guy's a rock star. But when we were caddies, Whit Baldwin was one of my favorite people to work with because he was hilarious on the caddy bench. But I'm assuming you're talking radio.
He's
This will piss
talking
off a lot of
about
people,
being
but
a
it's the truth.
caddy, like that is anywhere of a credential to bring into this discussion.
Yeah. He has nothing positive to say of anybody. So or anyone he's ever worked with in radio, but he'll mention this caddy.
He's making it sound like it happened last year. Like
Yeah.
there's that energy about it. Sounds like it's still inflating his ego of who he is.
Yeah,
That's delusional and psychopathic.
It fuels his glory days.
In 1983, I was a caddy.
Probably
It would be
exactly
Carl
that year.
Lewis. Look, not to take away from Anthony
But
and the
let me-
chemistry we had early on.
Glory
but,
days.
When I reinvented myself after Opie and
keep
Anthony
fixing the
ended,
camera.
I'm
He's
sorry,
making it
this
worse.
camera,
You should
man.
Reinvent yourself right now, buddy.
Gotta get some more duct tape. I guess people make fun of the fact that I duct tape my camera to the back of my MacBook. And really, this is what you do with your time, really?
Bro, get
Could
a
be Carl
fucking mount.
Yeah,
They're
why-
like $12.
But you know what? The fact that he goes out of his way to tell people that he duct tapes his camera to his laptop, he wants it to be known that he doesn't give a shit about production. He wants it to be known that, like, well, that would be caring, and that's something I don't do.
Yeah.
We could tell with the lights that we can see in the reflection of that window.
Yep. You don't care. You're not trying.
After Opie and Anthony broke up, and we exchanged our stuff. I want my records back, and I want my soft concert T-shirts back. After we did the exchange of the boxes, and we moved on to other relationships, I was reinventing myself with Carl Ruiz and Vic Henley and the rest. You know the story. I've said it a million times, but Carl was so much fun to do radio with. We never had an issue.
Carl Ruiz was supposed to introduce me to Opie. So it was a couple years ago when he was still alive, and he was like DMing me on Twitter. And he's like, "Come into the city. I'll get you onto Opie's show." And I was like, "Cool, okay." And this is when I was still at Compound Media, and so he's supposed to introduce us. And then all of a sudden, so I go into the city. I'm like, okay. I sort of go to this Cuban restaurant that he either owned or was working at, just like hanging out in the basement. There's like a few other cooks and this guy Carl, and he's like, made me a Cuban sandwich to eat. I'm just kind of waiting, and I'm like, what is happening? Is he messaging Opie? Like, what the fuck? Are we doing a show? Like, what is going on? And then he Opie's taking a while to get back to me. He takes me out for meringues. We walk out, and I'm like, this is starting to feel more and more like a date, and less like I'm gonna do a show. And then hours go by, and I think it might have been like 3 or 4 hours. I was at the point where I'm like, I gotta call it, because this is how much longer am I gonna dedicate to this? And then finally Carl's like, oh yeah, Opie can't make it. He's on his boat on Long Island or something. And I was like, what the fuck did I just spend all this time here for? And then he died. So I'm not speaking ill of the dead, but he very much kind of hoodwinked me into a date. And so I was supposed to meet him. Opie is supposed to do a show together, but
He's nothing exciting. I met him once.
I know.
I met him before I met Anthony. I was just a little fan.
Oh.
And he was very rude.
That's not a surprise.
No, he was. He's like, it was like I was dating a guy at the time, and he's like, "You don't want a picture together because you're gonna break up anyway."
Wow.
Yeah, like, oh, you don't want a picture together with me because you're gonna break up. It's like, so what? Like, I still want the memories. Like, and also, like, what a bad omen to put on a current relationship.
Wow.
Like, yeah, he was a piece of shit. And but something he said here, it's like saying who wanted a concert T-shirt, who wanted poster. He's saying like when Opie and Anthony broke up, he was whining about someone needing things. I think that was him. Because Anthony didn't care.
Why wouldn't he already have all his stuff? Like what would he need to get back from Anthony? Wouldn't everything just be in the studio?
Anthony never returned to the studio, and it's not like he would converse with fucking Opie, who still held a job there at the time,
right?
Who turned into Opie Radio. So what is he talking about? Like everything he says is just pure projection. Just pure projection.
Wow.
Whatsoever. The chemistry was absolutely insane. We made each other laugh so hard. Everything came easy, and I was absolutely onto something with me and Carl. And then then the guy decides to take a Pasadena. But when it's all said and done, my favorite person to work with by far was Carl Ruiz. Now, look, I'll give you a little on Anthony. I mean, the show was such a pressure cooker. Certainly there was fun in there.
As the sun begins to rise, Opie realizes he's got to wrap it up before the family wakes up. And demands their scrambled eggies.
That's
not flattering lighting either.
There were times we'd smile at each other and go, that was kind of fun. And then we'd go back to like, I hate you though. But there were times we would let our guard down and kind of enjoy a moment during the radio show.
He's like a
But to be fair to Anthony
LPX.
and Jim and other people I worked with, it was such a pressure cooker trying to keep that Opie and Anthony show going.
Cotton candy here.
Maybe it made it a lot harder to enjoy it and have fun. By the time I ran into Carl, I had nothing to lose, and it was just fun. We couldn't get enough of each other. I know that's cute, but we podcasted a lot. We went to 1 million dinners together. I would go to bars with him, even though I would sip my beers and watch him just slam bourbon like it was gonna have tariffs soon.
Dude, what a terrible storyteller. Hey, that guy. That guy. He's funny. He knows how to tell a story.
Yeah. He's drinking it like it's water, like it's gonna go out of style, like
it's like liquid. It's like not a gas.
Like it's gonna have tariffs soon. That was so clever.
10 minutes, elements.
It
go.
pains him to be funny. It's like, well, that was never his thing, right? He was always just a regular dude. Wowie. So anyway,
Kiki's in the chat.
Kiki, what's up, Kiki?
Why you not here? Why you not here, Kiki?
Kiki had a spot tonight.
Kiki, I got a spot for her.
On this dick.
I thought I heard spa, and I was like, you know what? We all should go to the spa.
I heard spa for a second too. I'm like, I need to go stay in the sauna.
That sounds delightful.
Rhinoceros, thank you for the 10. Does Opie have a P.O. box where all the trans males can send their tampons and Berkshire? I don't know. That's a good question. Zatochi, thank you for the orange boy. What if the sea just swallowed him up?
Opie Dick.
He only moved out to the Hamptons to be like Howard Stern, to be in close proximity to him, and his New York City residence is he can see Howard Stern's building from where he lives.
Stalker.
So it's like he very much wanted to be like Howard Stern.
Could you imagine if he's doing a live stream and a big tsunami just kind of comes up and sweeps his house away, but he's not paying attention because he's too busy bitching about Anthony?
Yeah. Russell, aren't the Opie and Anthony archives literally on a website called the Internet Archive?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Russell, 100% chance Opie has walked nude on that beach.
Ugh.
Where
he literally doesn't have the guts to do that.
No.
He's probably a never nude, from Arrested Development.
A never nude. Showers with his underwear on.
He showers with the jean shorts.
Jorts. Russell Hall, where do you think he came up with Opie Unleashed? I don't know.
Someone gave him that
Opie
name.
Unhinged.
Yeah, he is.
He is. Yeah. I don't know.
So this Anthony equals Daddy T. Opie equals Zelensky.
Oh,
Daddy.
Oh. I was like, what's a daddy tea?
As well, a face for radio and a voice for a Sinex commercial. Yeah, he does sound congested. I don't try to do
I
anything.
don't know what.
I don't know what.
God. I know how to do radio.
I'm not trying to be funny.
My doggy. Doggy needs to go out. He's got a pool.
Big deal. So I duct taped my camera to my laptop. I'm not trying to do a good job, okay?
I gotta get Gorilla Glue duct tape.
I gotta go buy envelopes.
Did she just snort?
Right now, and who's laughing now? Chrissy is the shit. Everyone knows. Thank you, Rhinoceros. Thank you for the 20 orange boy. Russell Hall, clearly Opie Sawyer. Opie Unleashed commentary.
It's called Copy Unhinged over here, sir.
Opie Unhinged. Zato for 5. We need Stalker Patty on SimpCast. I'll wait. Love you all.
I don't know. Stalker Patty.
I don't know who Stalker
I
Patty
have
is.
kids.
O&A.
Yeah, I want to know about Stalker Patty.
She's cute.
Okay.
She likes to talk about like people who died and her sick cats.
Lila eating
I
the
love her
smallest
already.
possible food.
Cat lady.
I always wonder if Lila is like sponsored by whatever she's eating because she always angles it like perfectly to the camera. And I'm like, she's got some sponsorship deals over here.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, you got to tap the sides with your nails.
I love sunflowers. You know, there's some
hate
people
that.
who eat sunflowers. They just eat the shells too. Like they just chew and swallow the whole thing.
I do that. I mean, I haven't.
God,
Sorry.
they, like,
yeah. Well,
tear their stomach.
Yeah, whose stomach can digest just sunflower seeds? I never.
Birds can't even. They like straight up shit it back on your car.
Yeah, I never had a barbecue one. I've had the regular ones. All right, here's another quick Opie, an Opie short. Ooh, wow, this should be good or not.
Oh.
Let's see.
Probably not, but
Actually, you know, the
homeless man
story would be the Knicks winning the championship because, oh my God, I'm supposed to wake up now.
7 a.m. and he's active. Punch this man in the face.
Yeah, there's no reason you should be up this early unless you're taking care of a baby, or you have to or you're commuting to your job.
Who gets up at 7 a.m.?
Who's
I have to get up
awake
early to
like
feed my
this
dogs,
by
but
7?
You can see the lovely ring light in the reflection here.
It's
So he's really just jamming out to his alarm clock.
I hate that sound.
What
more
a
than anything
joke
in
an
the world.
alarm is for me.
I
don't even know why I set
likes
an
the
alarm.
sounds. I have a panic attack with those sounds.
Actually, you know, the best story would be the Knicks winning the championship because, oh my God, I'm supposed to wake up now.
Okay, I feel like watching that over and over again.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Keep
Why?
it going, guys.
Good question. Why is that a short? What is happening? What? Yeah, he cut
Wait,
that
he posted
himself?
that, not somebody else?
That's on his channel.
Yes,
Like that was
this is on his Opie radio channel. He's like, I know what people need to
I know.
see.
I know what people want to watch.
Is
Me
dancing
doing
to
a
an
jig
alarm.
to my alarm.
Do you think he does drugs that first thing in the morning? Because
He
who
should.
does that awake?
He should.
The fact that he thinks that this is funny, cuts it and puts it on his YouTube shorts is really is sad.
19 likes.
Everyone go and like this
When
short.
this dad was
Let's see
Not
this
when
gonna
this dad was tossing his daughters into the pool, he noticed
will
that his little
not.
toddler was also waiting for her turn. So he did this.
So he tossed her in too.
Oh no way, no, don't toss the baby in.
He punts her.
Don't put the baby in. Nope. Oh my God! Ah! Oh, okay.
When this dad was
All right, that's good. That's probably something I would do.
My dad would
say
have thrown
what?
me right
If
in.
you throw your kids in the pool, they will learn how to swim when they're little. Trust me. I threw my son.
That's how
in
I
there.
learned how to swim.
You just throw them in, and they will
Yeah.
go in. They will start.
The
Well-
bean was in swimming lessons till a car drove through his pool. So
that damn Caitlyn Jenner just can't figure out how to drive. Or wait,
crazy.
We decided it was Frankie, right? I don't know.
Okay, so now let's move on to, I guess, Matt Walsh and Pearl have had some beef this week.
What a shocker.
Among all of the internet's beef.
Yeah, haven't they had beef before? This sounds very on brand.
She be beefing with whoever she could beef with. Okay, this is how it starts. Pearl quote tweets Matt Walsh's wife, Alyssa. Alyssa's Twitter bio says, wife of Matt Walsh, blog, bubbly extrovert, sole purpose on Twitter is to troll Matt Walsh. Pearl quote tweet saying, the primary point of your Twitter is to troll your husband.
Yeah, it's weird. They're friends and as well as romantic partners.
And then Matt quote tweets Pearl, I understand that I'm trying to do it in his voice. Pearl, I understand that you're miserable and lonely and have never been anything approaching a functional or healthy relationship in your life. So I'll try to be patient with you. You see, husbands and wives who love each other will often do this thing called joke around. They may even have this other thing that I know is foreign to you called a sense of humor. I hope this clears that up. Now go do your bullshit elsewhere and leave my wife out of it. Let's see. Does she write again? And then she responds to him with, isn't a wife supposed to be a helpmate and not an adversary? And he responds to that with, it's called a joke, Pearl. The mother of my 6 children is very much my helpmate in a million ways you couldn't possibly understand, and that I won't waste my time explaining to you. You can take as many pot shots at me as you want. I don't care. Leave my wife out of it. I promise you, this is not a road you want to go down. Ooh, which reading that makes me feel a little damp because I'm like, wow, look at Matt standing up for his wife.
Grabbing her by her hair.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, that's a man. That's a man right there. And Pearl responds with, guess who's going to be on my thumbnail tomorrow? This is the only time
somebody more attractive than you?
I mention or think of Pearl. I guess because we have to have our Pearl segment. What do you think? And I guess she's not found love yet, because if she really did, I don't think she would be spending her time.
I mean, that guy that she's apparently dating definitely hates her guts.
Yeah, what is his name? Let's go.
She's actually dating someone?
Yeah, there's a picture that she posted of the two of them together, like a while back.
He's in it for the money. There's no way.
You can tell that like he wants nothing to do with her just in that picture alone.
How much do you think she paid him to pretend like they were together?
Oh, I bet a lot of money. I feel like the men that are around her, she has to pay them money. Like
that's so sad. You really think so?
Oh yeah. Like the only reason why that Blessings guy was sleeping with her is because she had him on payroll.
Ugh.
The only reason why they broke up was because she had to leave London. Was she in London? I think. Yeah.
Why was she in the UK? Because
Pearl did a response video.
She was trying to move her studio over there or something.
I think it was school related or volleyball related or something. I don't know.
Hey, Pearl actually looks okay here. She fixed her makeup.
She actually looks like she has boobs.
She made it look like she has boobs.
Her cankles are hidden.
Yes.
Her half her refrigerator body is hidden under this.
It looks like Leia from Star Wars.
Oh, with the headphones. Let's see. What does she have?
I mean, just her face.
For saying my opinions, and sometimes my opinions do not make me popular. Okay, I say what I'm thinking. And sometimes there's such a backlash.
I would swing the ponytail around her shoulder just to like soften up.
And maybe just get more flattering headphones. Like,
I mean, they're similar.
They're just dopey.
I have.
Well, you know what? Yours is blended in with your chair, and they're not as obvious.
Oh yeah,
they're nice and like they blend in with the background. These are just an eyesore.
Well,
yeah,
in like her whole
like tan. Maybe there's like tan ones or like something that blends in with her aesthetics.
Something
that I wonder. Maybe I should bend a little bit. Maybe I should lie a little more. But I just don't have it in me. And especially not when it comes to traditional conservatives. Because, guys, my background is I went to Catholic school. And I saw all of the manipulation tactics that traditional conservatives use to get you to do what you want, to get you, they have an ego invested belief in you joining their religion. So they have no problem lying to you to.
So do you, Pearl.
She seems like very specifically burned, and she tries to make it sound like this is how all people of this group act. Interesting. She also has mom issues.
Get there.
Oh,
and
totally.
One of the biggest lies that I see is conservative men oftentimes pretend like they're in patriarchal relationships where they run their households. And it's just very obvious that they're not. Now, look, I'm not even saying that a patriarchal relationship is the way that you should do it. You guys are grown men.
It does look really nice, though. Opie, if you're watching this, take some notes from Pearl.
Yeah.
And I say, live how you want. I don't care. I mean, if you guys want to go date a woman that's 60 years old and you're 30 and you want to go for the cougar, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I do not. It does not matter to me. If you guys want to go get henpecked by your wives 24/7, go do it. If you guys want to go date hot 20-year-olds, if you want the 35-year-old,
why does she care
that's
what
trying to
people
stick
do?
the land in? I mean, you can do whatever. But so it's just become normal, and it drives me nuts. There's so many great men that accept their women being so disrespectful to them in public and subtly. So I really have been looking forward to this episode, and the reason being is I grew up around Melissa because they're too young. Because oftentimes men get screwed over and questioning.
Let's see if
so,
she brings
so
up this Matt Walsh beef. Is this it?
You're so full of it. She says, I shouldn't tweet the bad guy. I'm evil. When you guys make it public to begin with. Okay, so by the way, a year ago, she wrote this essay about me. So I had a tweet questioning the institution of marriage. And this is what they do. You're so full of it. She says, I shouldn't respond to you. You're a grifter. Insult 1. You're so full of it. Insult 2. You're doing a disservice to conservatives and will likely find yourself a spinster with a negative outlook.
Oh, wow. So this is an old beef between Pearl and Matt Walsh's wife. Okay. So maybe she was triggered thinking like, Pearl's trying to make it sound like Alyssa wears the pants in this relationship, or that she's disrespecting Matt in some way. And Matt's like, no, it's called joking around. Like trolling doesn't mean you're, like humiliating somebody in public, that kind of thing. Like what Alec Baldwin's wife.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, let's find that clip.
Ooh,
guilty if you're watching.
I have it saved, so I can. I
gotta tell y'all, I don't think that Alex Baldwin clip was bad.
What?
I don't.
Which one?
And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
That was funny.
I'll tell you why. Because that dude, he killed somebody on set. He's lucky she's still with him. Like, we're just gonna forget that he did that. And she looks gorgeous. And she had gorgeous. 7 of his kids.
Because she's
be quiet, let her talk. And everybody on the internet like, oh my God, why would she? He killed somebody and she's still with him after all that whole fiasco. Let her have her moment. Don't be talking so damn much after what you did. Okay, and I'm still with you and the kids, and I look better than you, and you should be happy. Don't interrupt.
She's faking a Spanish accent and lies about her name and her Spanish. Well, she claims to have a Spanish heritage when she doesn't. She's just some white girl from Boston.
She looks good.
And pretends not to know words like cucumber.
Finish that, and then we'll get to the
marriage that you are spewing insult 3. It doesn't matter to these people that I'm one of 10 kids. My parents have been married 30 years. My parents are more trad than, and I'm not trad, right? But they're more quote unquote trad than any of these people. I mean, they started the business
trad,
young.
why does she care?
Right.
Leave it alone. You just said yourself you're not trad, so let him be.
It's important to her to I guess she wants to feel like she's unveiling people that are not doing what they say they're doing. But only really God can judge. So who needs you to
She's
do
the
this? Girl?
conservative police, right? Any
Conservative
conservative that
police, yeah.
steps out of line, like we're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Pearly police.
Pearly police.
And I don't even like they did the trad thing. They had 10 kids when my mom was in her 20s, not her 30s. Like if I wanted to give trad off points, should I use my relationship as a marketing ploy? Is that something I should do? Would that be when I have children someday, should I use those for the internet to prove that I'm right? Is that what
You're
I
not
should
gonna have children.
Is that the
You're too
proper way
old.
to do it? Maybe I should try it. Okay. You have no idea who we are. You make assumptions because you see successful men expressing the positives about marriage and having a family. I think part of your issue is that they are men and not women promoting marriage, and it doesn't sit well for you with a plethora of reasons in your own upbringing. My upbringing was more trad than you people.
What does that have anything to do, though? It's not like you're upholding that in any way and and are defending it.
What good did her upbringing do her? She's not doing the thing.
My family were crackheads. Like,
okay, go. So are you a crackhead? No. Okay, then what?
Right.
Yeah, her upbringing wasn't trad. It was rich and wealthy.
Yeah, doesn't necessarily mean trad.
She went to private Catholic school. That is why she's messed up.
Yeah, wait. Her upbringing can't be trad because her mom was like the boss babe breadwinner, I thought.
Right. And that's where her issues stem from.
Outlook that I could psychoanalyze all day. This is crazy talk. Like, this is insane. I've never, this was my first interaction with the woman. So this is what I mean. And I want you guys to pay attention because the way these women react to me is the way they react to their husbands. Do you think
how arrogant?
What's going on with that one eye?
She has a wonky left eye. She's left eye from what's that band? TLC.
Oh, she's left eye.
Remember Left Eye, T-Boz. What was the other one's name?
Chili.
Spot.
Yeah,
And all the I don't know if
monkey
you guys watch Rick and Morty, but whenever if you pay attention to the animation, whenever they show like the average dolty like population of people, the eyes there's one that's like more oval in a horizontal way and the other one is a more vertical oval. They're always uneven eyes, and I always found that very funny to like depict like a delusional average human being, and that's what I see here. Well, honestly, you got to see it next time you ever watch Rick and Morty. Whenever there's just like they show like the general population of people, and they're always like stupid. It's that.
Okay. This freeze frame is like extra wonky for her too. It's still kind of scary.
Okay, this is bringing up some untoward images.
And I want to be honest. If she's insulting me for going after the institution of marriage,
yeah, because her mom is a girl boss, and she was raised in a super loaded family. She is a very skewed version of like why men and women get together. And here, Alyssa Walsh is saying, do you think Matt and I had money when we got married? Do you think Matt was wealthy at 25, thinking, wow, I have so much money, I don't care if I get married young and divorced at some point because I can bankroll a divorce? Do you think now, only 12 years in, at this juncture of his career, he's decided to be pro-marriage? You would be wrong on all accounts. He and other conservative men aren't selling people on lies regarding marriage. They are a beacon of encouragement in this dumpster fire of a culture that promotes self. God forbid he shows the joys of marriage.
or asking a question about her Twitter bio, which I'm going to get to. Do you think she's nicer to her husband? Like, are we really going to...
She's actually trying to stand up for her husband here publicly, which I commend. I think it's quite lovely. Let's see. I want her to get to her points quicker.
I'm supposed to just blindly trust them. Okay. By the way, Annette, like doing all this stuff, I got nothing to go. Okay. Do you think when Matt and I got married, 5 years, they get their pension and then their wife takes it and now they can't ever retire? Like I spoke to a guy out of like it was either Wyoming or
she uses her examples of like, well, I spoke to a guy whose wife screwed them over, so this is what happens to everybody.
Well, and not only that, she also forgets to like when she's speaking to these guys, like she forgets to mention the part where like, hey, maybe he cheated on her, maybe he did some bullshit, and she was like, I'm out. He did some dumb shit. Okay, she's acting like these women who divorce these men are divorcing them because and everything
they're
is going
bored.
great. And it's like, no, these guys dated some fuckery, and their lady was like, I'm done. And I don't know. I will say though, Pearl does look very nice here.
She does. It's an improvement.
Looks really good. She does look really good. And I see why she is upset with Matt Walsh's wife. I mean, they got old beef. And I don't know.
Yeah.
But she does look good. She looks pretty.
I know. See, Pearl, I'm sure you'll see this. She
looks pretty.
It's working. Whatever's happening is working here. Maybe she got her colors done.
Or Utah. He had a traditional wife. She worked for 25 years. Or sorry, he worked for 25 years. She stayed home with the kids. She divorced him, and guess what happened? He has to delay retirement by 15 years.
Well, okay, pause this for a second.
He's like 60.
First of all, she worked at home, took care of the kids, didn't get to further her career at all.
Exactly.
Okay, so no, don't give me the BS.
Didn't get to build her resume.
Does she not realize how difficult it is to be a homeowner and to run a household and to manage a home? There's a lot that freaking goes into it.
Oh my God. I have one kid. I don't know how people have more than one kid at a time and still have time to like make money and do anything, take a shower.
And then imagine Chrissy not having any family support at all. You just have to be home with the two kids by yourself.
You would have, it's wild. You'd either have to throw them in full-time daycare or help, or there's no way you can
and also
pull an income and take care of kids at the same time.
I don't like how she's acting as if this traditional wife doesn't deserve the help from the husband. Like she does deserve the help. And it's unfortunate that their marriage didn't work out. But let's not sit here and act like he didn't do some fuckery that made her want to leave. Mm-hmm. Okay? So it wasn't all roses. If he was probably being a better husband, she'd want to stay.
Yeah.
So no, don't act like this was, he was just providing and doing all that stuff. No, he was probably doing some bullshit, going places he shouldn't have gone. And she
if he actually valued his marriage as much as Pearl thinks he did, then the marriage would still be intact, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think Pearl thinks that, she has a chip on her shoulder because she thinks that women just end perfectly good marriages because they're bored, or I don't know, they want to romp with the pool boy or something.
Yeah, that's just not how it is at all. There might be a few out there that are like that, but it's not.
Does Opie have a geopolitical commentary segment? No, he doesn't talk about any. He has no topics prepared ever. Rhinoceros, with regards to Pearl, it's another Alex Jones was right. And I know she knows her grift is up. I feel bad for the DEI hires that have to.
And the thing is, with Pearl, it makes sense what she's doing. She's the ultimate, men like what she has to say because she's all about, I'm going to shit on women completely. And I'm going to say men are great. Women should submit to the men, whatever, which is fine. But I'm like, it takes two. It's called a partnership. When a man and a woman marry each other, it's to build each other up. It's not the woman is underneath the man and she must listen and obey. It's like, no, they're partners. They should be on the same level with a goal moving forward to build up the team.
Yeah, right.
And of course, any guy who listens to her, who's divorced or can't find a woman, he's like, oh yeah, instead of looking at myself and being like, maybe I'm not a good choice, it's easy to be like, these women suck and I can't wait till they hit the wall and
bitches be crazy. They're gonna take me for all I'm worth.
And it's like,
you have 50 cents to your name. Shut up.
The hilarious part, the men who are worried about gold diggers, they don't even have gold to begin with. Because I'm telling you, the wealthy men who got the money, they don't care about that. They don't give a shit. They don't. They're like, you know what? I want a beautiful woman by my side. I don't care. I'm going to spoil her. And it's what I want to do.
And I'm not worried about her being a gold digger.
That's why I made money in the first place.
Well, this is the hugest disservice that they're doing is because the average man thinks that they're talking about them, and she's only talking about the top 10%. And so you have this guy making $50,000 that thinks this way, and that's where the confusion is. Nowhere does she say, "Hey, I'm only talking about the 10% of the wealthy people out there."
Right, where most people absolutely need that other income and need that family support, and you just can't do it all by yourself. It's great.
So now he's going to work till he dies because he made the decision to get a traditional wife.
Well,
you know what would have prevented that?
Fuck that. Actually, fuck that. He's going to work till he dies because inflation is through the roof and everything is so goddamn expensive. That's why he's going to work. We're all suffering out here. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's not it is. Yeah, no.
And the woman who spent no time building up her resume has an even harder time trying to get a job and get income because she's been out of the workforce for so long.
Yeah.
Oh, pal. What else is there to say?
I told you guys last show, go make her, put her to work because she got it because of alimony. I told you guys the secret last show. Put that chick to work. Okay. But you guys see what I'm getting at. Okay. That was my point. It wasn't really about
there's so
her,
many cuts.
But again, she's like taking it personally. It's never about her. He and other conservative men aren't selling people on lies regarding responsible for the 1 out of 50 men will commit suicide during a divorce. Men are 10 times more likely to commit suicide. So I gave you guys, I said, here is the benefit of the doubt. You guys just don't know better. Now she's saying, which one is it? Okay. All right. Do you think only 12 years, into his career?
I don't know. It's hard to believe that she actually cares about men who are suicidal after divorce. Like, why not then do a segment on that? Like, why not go help those people in some way?
Pearl is a very savvy businesswoman. She's doing incredible. She's making boatloads of money doing what she's doing, and good for her. But at the same time, she is shitting on women. It's just so funny. I mean, but she knows what she's doing. She's got her red pill dudes that love to hear what she has to say. And I'm sorry.
She's preaching to the choir.
I just got to say, being a woman is amazing, and more women should just wake up to the fact that when you're born as a woman, it is a gift. Embrace your femininity, embrace your beauty. We get to, and if you're a hot girl, you can walk into a room and be a superstar, and that's a gift and nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to feel bad about. Okay. These men are like, oh, wait till you're ugly. I'm sorry. You started off ugly.
It's like why are you so desperate for me to get ugly in the first place? Like, who cares? Right now, I'm enjoying being attractive.
Yes.
Right now, I'm hot.
It's so they could say they told you so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously, it's amazing being a woman. We have a portal between our legs that creates life. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a portal that money makes the world go round, but pussy is the reason that men are even working.
Pussy is the reason why they're here.
Yes, so that's why we're all here. We all came out of a pussy.
More women should feel confident with themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're already of value because you were born with a vagina. That's amazing.
And we all have value because we're all born in God's image.
Yes, but ladies are the best. We're just the best.
Parker's Clammy Things, shout out to Kiki for coining the term, is a lazy-eyed psycho. More attention should be paid to Courtney and Sally's tent company.
Yeah, people really should be paying attention to our tent company. We're pitching tents as we speak, as the show is going.
John Kennedy. Ooh, like John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Imagine JFK is not only alive but been a member for 16 months.
You still have your head?
Never heard or paid attention to Pearl until you ladies. Oops. See, we're helping her. Still don't pay attention to her.
Yeah, just helping her get views.
She's still muted.
I have her muted as well. Russell, guys, if you aren't going to check out, take her with you. No.
That's a very Chris Benoit approach.
Where's Chris Benoit when you need him?
Oh, Russell, I think you're wearing off on me. This isn't good.
You're grinding her down to a stump.
I don't know if it's a good thing I'm turning into Russell Hall.
Maybe it's really you.
That's my secret account this whole time.
Okay.
That's a fun plot twist.
What else is fun to talk about?
Put it in the movie.
Oh,
Courtney
okay.
is really Russell Hall.
While we were talking about the Daily Wire, I got a text from a source. I won't say their name. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. You didn't hear this from me. Oops. Well, I'm about to quote you.
Well,
but I'm not quoting. I'm not quoting the person.
Yeah, you're not telling us who you heard it from, though.
Boring was forced out because he went $50 million over budget on his vanity project Pendragon Cycle, among other expensive.
It's Pendragon
Cycle. Oops.
Yep.
Among other expensive self-indulgences, he went mad with his own power.
Indeed.
Sounds like something somebody who calls himself the God King would do.
You know, if these red pill people spent more time talking about how to improve themselves as a man to attract the top tier women, like what
Yes.
what are you
talk
doing?
about what the top tier women want and make the men go for that.
Yes,
Make them,
get fit, make money, go out there and work. Like the fact they're like, oh, let's make videos talking about why these women suck and why they should lower their
help
standards.
the men.
Why don't
Actually
you
help the men.
elevate and just be better?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? It's like they're focusing on the wrong things. About, oh, these women are so horrible.
It's like
and they
she
need to
wants
lower
to
their
keep
standards.
men down and in a negative space, low vibration. So they go, yeah, you're right. I don't, because change is hard. Bettering yourself is difficult. So because she wants to keep them salty and like throwing her dollars, I guess.
Well, and
Whereas
then
like if she really cared,
even when she says, oh, this man, he made, all because he married a woman and this. So if he didn't marry the woman, he'd probably be living in a shoebox and probably would end up homeless and probably would. So what was the alternative?
Their sheets. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sense. So you're saying he ruined his life because he married this woman. But if he never met that woman, he probably wouldn't have worked as hard as he did to even build the shit that he did. So I don't know. It makes no sense.
Right. It's not like your choice is this woman that gives you no problems ever, or the woman that ends up leaving you. I don't know. It's
yeah.
I agree. She doesn't do much to help her audience.
Well, and at the end of the day, holding on to such like anger and hatred, like that, it's just it's so damaging.
Says more
to
about
a
her
person.
than the problem.
Like, I get that we all go through that phase at some point in time. Like, I hated men for a brief period of time. And even when I hated men, I still was like, no, I don't hate men. Like, I love men. It's just I hate them at the same time.
Yes,
like,
but Mister's a man. He
we all
understands. No,
go-
It's
real
not
men,
hate, it's a trust thing. It's
real
not that
men
you hate
watch
them, you just
other
hate them.
men to learn how to be a man.
Well, you have to be raised around a real man to be a man. So once you become a man, you shouldn't be watching other men to do that. So I'm not saying that what that guy said was wrong, but the only false part is that like it does occur when like a child is growing. They need a role model to be presented with.
But I mean, for sure, if you're going to be watching anybody, watching a woman in order, like trying to figure out how to be a man, you're already on the wrong
Like
track.
if you're a dude, you're not gonna ask a woman how to get in better shape. You're gonna ask the fittest dude you know how to get into better shape.
Just disagree. I mean,
why don't you ask me?
My son's 19, almost 20. He's 6'2". His mom taught him everything. How to lift weights, how to be strong, how to be a man.
His mom did,
Open
not
the
some
door.
strange lady on the internet. Like, he's not asking me.
That's correct. But I didn't let him on the internet. Like I made him go outside. Like he'll go shed hunting. He lives on his own. He's 19, buys his own shit.
Wow.
Right? Because I said 18, you're out of the house. You better figure it out before you're 18.
But like a man going to a woman who has to pay men to sleep with her, and relying on her for like relationship advice, like that is like asking me for fitness advice. No, I'm a fat piece of crap. Like, why would you ask me?
I would never give men advice on the internet. right? I would never do that because why are you trusting me? I can give other women advice on how to be a woman, how to be fit, how to be healthy, how to try to make yourself mentally healthy. But to go tell men how to succeed in a relationship, another man needs to teach them that.
Yeah. I'll give advice to a man. Go out, work and get some money. Make some
The
money.
advice I always give men
That's
is
what you need to do.
you need
Get out
discipline.
there. No, you need to make some money. That's what you need to do. Make some
And
money, get some
discipline your
power,
dick.
and then you get the pussy. That's all you gotta do. You and work out. Be in shape. Don't be eating like crap, but go out, make some money, make a name for yourself. Do you
And
know
discipline
how
your
many
dick.
ugly ass dudes have the baddest bitches because
Yeah.
they made some money?
Mm-hmm. I like how
Develop a personality.
The show goes on. Lila gets blacker and blacker, or like when she gets more passionate.
Okay, but I gotta tell it's because my mom is Filipina and my dad is from Louisiana.
love
I got
it.
those two accents, and it just get all.
It is.
get
It's like
together.
New Orleans. I like it. It comes out when you're feisty about something. Dinner, please. Missy looks like she would be yummy.
She is.
Ooh.
She's delicious.
Oh.
Look at her.
I do have to clarify something real quick before you read this. Shed hunting, not living out in like a shed outside. They're called antler
What is
sheds.
shed hunting?
Shed, like you go looking for deer sheds, moose sheds, like when they fall off in the winter. He goes hiking and tries to find sets. So he goes
That's
outside
cool.
and hikes, and so he does not living in a shed.
No, he's not
I
like
think it's
looking for new
amazing,
real
Sally.
estate.
You taught your son. You just said, "Hey, by the way, 18 years old, I'm kicking you out." How did that go?
I told my kids from the time they were little, like, you better not screw up in school. Like, that's your choice whether you fail or not. But you're going to be 18 and living on your own, not living off mama. So you better figure it out. Before then, I
Wow.
always told both my kids, I told them that. And of course, I'm a mom, so I'm just like, gosh, I really didn't really mean it, but I do, right? So he was out.
Oh,
He was out.
wow.
But yeah, both of my kids are out.
And out and able to pay their own rent and like not need you for anything.
Yeah, I don't pay for anything for either of my kids.
Yeah, because she actually raised good kids.
Yeah. If you raise them to like know how to do all of that, you don't have to worry about it.
Well, I lived out my own since I was 17. I moved out my senior year of high school. So I was like, I turned out okay, I think. So
how did you pay rent?
I didn't really pay. I lived in my car sometimes. I lived with some different people sometimes.
Yeah,
So it was all good.
Oh man, I remember when I was 18, like trying to find an apartment, and a friend of mine was talking about moving out with me, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm sure my parents will help me with the rent." And I was like, "I don't want to live with you. I'd rather live on my own." Like, fuck off. Are you serious? Like, ew. Like, I'm paying my rent on my own, and I don't want to deal with you. You're weak.
That's awesome. Russell says, Courtney, next week, try on the mustache. Go on and take it for a little test drive. Ugh,
yeah.
Weirdo. Russell Hall, men figure out our own shit out. It's why we're men.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you have Sally for a mom.
I gotta say this too. I saw somebody in the comments say, well, men have to work, get fit, look good, make money. What do women have to do? Smell good and look nice. But do you not know how much I'll be going to Ulta and I have to look through all these products, all this skincare stuff, all these things I gotta do. I gotta drink all this peppermint tea. I don't think men realize how much actually goes into taking care of yourself as a woman and looking
Wait, what does the
good.
peppermint tea do?
It's for my digestion. I got
I got it.
bloated.
Well, that's the thing is, like,
IBS, and I'm constipated, and sometimes I'm so constipated it makes my hair fall out.
Oh,
Okay?
I got some stuff I gotta send you. I gotta send it to you, Chrissy, to send to her. My daughter.
okay.
Same stomach issues.
See, I got issues.
Natural.
Well, like, do men think that we can just get fat and gross and not be? No, like, we also have to work out. We also have to like take care of ourselves. Like, my hair didn't naturally curl itself today. My face doesn't just have makeup on it.
We
Like,
also have to
hello?
earn money. Most of the time
fuckers.
as well. So
But do you guys not realize how expensive hair products are?
I
And,
know.
Oh my
and
God.
makeup and perfume,
it's all so much.
and you gotta shave your
Skincare.
legs, and you gotta wax things. You gotta wax your butthole. You gotta do all sorts of stuff. Okay, y'all aren't out here waxing your buttholes.
You're not. They're not. We know for a fact they're
Would
not.
you wax your butthole for a woman? No.
You should start. Wax your balls.
Who doesn't wax?
Mitchell Fields, I don't mind asking a woman about working out. Some of this calisthenics shit is crazy hard. Oops. Guys, girls at the gym noticed this shit. No.
Dude, he just insulted me by saying I taught calisthenics. Dude, taught Olympic lifts, clean, snatch and press. Oh, come on now.
Yeah, she knows her way around a snatch.
Yeah. Clean and press.
Nato, Layla, Sese Bone Tone Rule. Is that French? Is that French?
I don't know.
Oh,
fuck speaks French around here.
I know it is. Great show, ladies. Have a net crush on Missy now. Thanks. Guess
So do I.
Barbie the Welder. I'll spend my whole week in soups if you can land that. Barbie the Welder. Let me see.
Ooh.
Barbie.
Yeah.
Barbie the Welder. Does she weld?
Ooh. That'd be weird if she didn't.
Oh, 905 followers.
Also, one more thing to the men. I think this should inspire you. Like, it should inspire you that, hey, like, I could look like a beast, but if I got a mansion, the beauty will come. Are you kidding me? Yeah. But if you're a woman and you look like a beast,
oh, that's time.
if you're a woman and you look like a beast, it doesn't matter. Look at Pearl. Pearl. I feel so bad. Like Pearl, she's built like a big thing, but look at all of us. People are still talking about her look. That's hard as a woman. If Pearl was a dude, no one would be saying, "Oh, he looks like this or that." They wouldn't care.
They would ever talk about.
That's another thing as women. We're scrutinized on our looks so much, but as a dude, you don't get scrutinized.
Nobody cares.
This one comedian. Who's that comedian? Chrissy. He's the dude that does the. I called him a walrus. What was his name?
I'm gonna need more than that.
Okay, he was on Kill Tony. He was a regular. He was.
Oh, William Montgomery, the redhead?
Not William Montgomery, the black guy.
David Lucas?
David Lucas, okay? No one is ever shitting on David Lucas for how he looks. He got money now. He's still overweight. Are you kidding me? You can't hire a gym person to help you lose that. But no one shits on him for how he looks. He just gets to be funny. But as a woman, you don't just get to be funny. You gotta look good too. You gotta have all these photo shoots. But he just gets to be a walrus. And just gets to be funny.
They get to be fat. They must be nice.
And find a cute girlfriend. As a girl, you have to look good, smell good, get scrutinized on your looks. You're not allowed to age. You got to put on all these creams.
Yep.
You're not allowed to be
Botox,
bloated.
fillers.
Right, but you're also not allowed to get Botox or fillers because
don't stay away from the needle.
Yeah.
Unless
you should see how wrinkly my forehead is.
You're doing it so well that nobody notices that you're getting it done. That's how you're doing it correctly.
Yeah, I don't know about getting fillers, but there are some spots.
Do what you gotta do, ladies. I support it all. Get some injections. Get some boobs. Stuff that ass. I don't care what you do. Just do it so you can
Stuff that ass.
Missy's shaking her head no.
I'm against all of that.
Well, Missy, not all of us are born with such luxurious, beautiful hair. Okay,
I appreciate that.
And amazing digestive system.
I mean, I am very regular. Thank you.
I seen your abs. I seen how fit you are. She looks good.
She works out. She takes care of herself. I need Missy to actually teach me how to get fit.
She does look good.
I appreciate that.
I used to have the same feeling about Botox until I started getting ugly.
You can massage your face. Like there's actual proper ways of massaging your face.
Gua sha, right?
You're better off doing it with your own hands.
How does it go? So you just do like
I
this?
need you to teach me that.
Yeah, you just punch yourself in the face.
Look
That's what you should do.
Get an abusive boyfriend. Just have him.
No, you got to use your own hands.
Oh.
The baby has now gotten into the habit of pinching and like pulling my neck and face skin. He tried to gouge my eyes out yesterday. Like he tried to scoop them out with his hands.
Like they're so beautiful. I want to hold them.
And then when I wear makeup and like he tries to like grab it off me, like it's cute because
stay natural, Mom.
He's used to seeing me like looking haggard and tired with no makeup on. Then when I get made up, he's like, "What is this? Get it off."
Oh,
maybe like he knows that when you're getting ready, that means you're going somewhere away from him.
No.
Babies know shit. Maybe you're smart.
One time I took a bath with some bath bombs that smelled like very strong. I don't know if it's patchouli.
Did you go,
oh, no. Akbar. I came out the bath and I smelled like whatever the hell the bath smelled like.
Wasn't that the eucalyptus?
Yes, it was the eucalyptus. He was sound asleep. He not only woke up, but woke up and started sobbing because I smelled so different. He was like, "What the fuck is that?"
You don't smell like my puke.
And I picked him up and I was like, "Oh, he's like, get the fuck away from me!" And I had to shower again and get the smell off and use back to all my.
You should make sure you use a bath bomb and turn on your jets. It's a great idea. Yeah, if you have jets in your bathtub, make sure
jets. Somebody's doing well.
I wouldn't do that. Sounds like you would like ruin your jets because of the stuff in it.
I'm saying that you should. I'm saying don't ever.
Why?
Oh, you can do it to be funny, but it was like it bubbles up like you put dish soap. Like it was like
yeah,
over.
it stirs it up.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
It was funny.
Oh,
purple bath bomb bubbles.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wait. Okay, we have a gua sha video.
Oh.
I'll send you the girl I follow. She's really cool.
Look good with not sticking anything into
No, you don't need that.
Gua sha.
Use your hands.
You crazy?
Gua sha.
So he's a liar. He already got good skin and stuff. He just acting like that's what he does. No, that's
he's like a mixed race too, and they usually have good skin.
He don't know. He's like 24. He doesn't actually need to use that.
Yeah, he doesn't need gua sha.
You mean someone that is 76 that reversed by doing that? No, that is not what. That doesn't work.
What if he is 76?
He already has good structure in his face.
Yeah.
I can't stand these 24-year-old online influencers.
Like, this is how you say good.
Use this
like,
hair,
you are good.
this cream. It's like, no, that doesn't. You are gonna look good whether you drink all night, have a Coca-Cola in the morning, and don't. I used to not wash my makeup for 3 days straight. My eyelashes.
What?
When I was 22 years old, I would buy mascara based on whether it would last for 3 days straight. I swear to God. And I had the most perfect skin. Okay. I had great skin and my mascara would last 3 days. Now, if I don't, I'm 33 now. If I don't wash my face, if I don't drink my tea at night, something will look off. Okay. So show me an influencer person that is actually of age to be using that, not like, oh, I drink all this. You know who I trust that I'm like, they're doing something right with their eating? Melanie Mack, because she looks great and she's eating all the right foods.
Great in general.
She looks like she's 22, but she's not, but she looks like
if I don't wash my face at night, I wake up with a wonky pearl eye, like something.
Yeah, I can't. I have to wash my face twice a day, no matter what, whether I have makeup on or not. I have to wash I have to wash my face in the shower in the morning, and then I wash my face before I go to bed.
Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense.
And but I have to because I'm almost 40 for crying out loud.
You look amazing. You look good.
Thank you.
Oh, you got. I'm 30. I'm 33. Oh, let me get you some tissues.
Okay, Sally, you look hot as hell over there. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm 46, so I'm just saying.
What?
Okay,
yes, and you got grown kids.
Yeah,
I'm
see,
46.
You remember what it was like being 39?
Yeah, it was hot. I loved it.
Oh my God, I look like I crawled out of a dumpster if I don't take care of myself.
You're 46.
See, this is inspirational
I got a
right there.
20-year-old and a 20-year-old. Almost.
I know. I can't believe that you have.
What is your secret?
Kid.
What are you?
I just thought you had kids when you were like 7 or something.
No, I haven't had soda. It'll be 20 years in May, so I don't drink any soda.
Okay, so
I
this
do
is
drink beer.
information.
I do drink beer, but beer's natural, right?
Okay.
So I eat meat, and the goal is you never want to gain, other than your pregnancies, you don't want to fluctuate up and down with your weight. Try to stay within 10 pounds of your goal weight. And then your skin doesn't stretch. No, because I had babies. You're going to have babies and you gain weight. But you don't want your skin to stretch, shrink, right? You want to try to be consistent. So, I mean, even just speed walking, 30 minutes a day will maintain. You don't have to do all this extreme stuff to be healthy. Eat protein, stay away from the breads.
Walking every day was like probably one of my most fit times of my life was like just making sure I walked my dogs every morning and then walked for 30 minutes on my lunch break every day.
Wow. Okay. What is this walking?
The bread,
I hear
the bread
so
that
much
I
about.
eat is at least fresh. I get it from a local bakery and a sourdough.
And then when she gets it, they're like, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour,
Bonjour, bonjour. Here goes the baker with
And don't eat box food. Box food. If it comes in a box, don't give it to your kids and don't give it to yourself. Box
I'll
food's
eat
not
your
good for you.
box. Sorry. I mean, you're just asking for it. I wouldn't. I don't
come
swing
in a
that way.
box. Come in a tissue. Wow. All right.
I don't let kids have my box.
I'll try this walking thing that we
Walking,
talk about.
I
know you're.
I'll have to show you pictures of when I speed walk. I mean, when I would train someone for a show when they're getting ready for competition time, you're not out there running. You're speed walking on an incline, right? You're pushing yourself, but you don't have to run and destroy your body. Just speed walk with weights in your hands. Your arms will get ripped. Your waist will spin down because when you walk, you move your waist. It's going
Rotation.
to tighten your buns. It's going to tighten your calves.
Yes.
It's going to work everything that you need. Just speed walking.
Can I speed walk with the bean and the stroller?
Remember the prancing
I
lady?
do all the time. Yes. I push my
Prancercise.
kid.
Yes. of course.
Prancercise.
Yes. Push your kid.
Okay. It's getting nice out now. I'll just be like bean.
Time
going
to
out.
speed walk.
Yeah. And I'll put ankle weights on the bean too. We'll both get fit.
You weights in your
You
hands,
can't-
not on your ankles. Don't put weights on your ankles. It's bad for your knees, bad for your hips. If you want weights, get a weight belt to where it's balanced on your hips.
Weight belt?
Yeah, I just got
My
one of those
hips are
vest
out of
things.
whack.
I got one of those vest things that you can put weights in, but because it was designed for a man because they're top heavy. But if you put it at your waist or your hips, I just would just tie it around there because then that's your center of balance is your waist, your hips, and so then you'll be more balanced.
Belt with weights in it.
I just did the best and just put it as a belt, right?
Weight.
Yeah,
weight
you
vest.
can just get a weight vest.
But I didn't clip it to my shoulders because men are chest heavy, right? Their center of gravity is here. So I put it on the
Yeah.
waist because it was hurting my
shit.
back when it was on my shoulders.
Yes, you're right.
You work out every day?
Right now, no, I'm a slacker right now. But I do sit in a sauna that has far infrared
Oh,
stretch, but it's cold.
I love saunas.
But I'm gonna go start.
I want to
I
get.
actually haven't walked to the park since my dog died. That's my excuse, but I'm gonna start this spring.
Oh,
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make myself do it.
This is gonna be my workout. This is gonna be if anybody lives in Westchester and you see this tomorrow, it's gonna be me.
Please wear that hair. That's how you should get your hair cut.
I am not gonna stop walking.
Yo,
and
look
prancing
at that
until
fucking camel toe.
I'm not gonna
thing.
stop till I look
Amazing.
exactly like this.
My music's ready. So let's stop talking and do some walking.
Yes.
Yes!
Yeah,
Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it! Yes! 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 Look, ankle weights. Hold on, Sally. She's got
Dude.
ankle weights. What's
Yeah.
new?
I
Well,
think she's gonna have back issues and knee issues.
Yeah.
it looks like she got issues. She looks like she's crushing it.
She's
Ankle weights have a place, but
Correct.
not in a walking sense. If your gait is good, you can run. Like, she was you had mentioned that like running you'll hurt yourself. If your gait is good, you're fine. Like if you have a proper gait, but if you have a heavy dysfunction that causes you to rotate wrong or collapse into one side, yeah, you're going to degenerate.
The average person does not have a healthy gait.
No, exactly. You
Right.
should train according to your gait to improve it.
Correct.
My gait has plantar fasciitis in one foot, so
Just roll it out.
Roll it out.
wait, she's doing it again.
She's awesome.
Ooh, different music.
Yes.
I remember when O&A had her in.
Wow, they had her in.
I'm pretty sure they had her in because I remember, unless they just talked about her. But holy
looks
cow, that
freaking
cat.
cool.
This is like the kind of woman I feel like my dad would have dated. Because all he cared about was thinness.
Fat
Literally,
pussy. Oh,
all he
sorry.
cared about was a thin woman because
I thought he liked a fat. I mean, she's thin with a fat puss. Look at
Yeah.
that thing.
That is like it's like she brought pants specifically that like highlight.
She knows what she's working with.
That camel toe.
She knows that everyone's at the Sahara right now, watching her in the desert with the camel toe. Damn, it's a lot.
I like how she's like wearing she looks like she's on her way to church right now.
You could do this on your way to work, church, anything. She's not even sweating. Oh wait.
Oh.
She's really gonna cut the news.
Nice.
Wow, it's her with a black eye.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wow.
Lift it. Yeah, go girl.
Yeah, you can't start out doing this. You'll hurt something.
Yeah, this is level 3 shit.
Wow. Okay. Does it get any more intense than this?
No.
Look, see, she's got wrist weights.
Shadow box prance. What?
In your face.
I love it.
All right, what about wrist weights, Sally? Is that okay?
Oh yeah, I just hold 3-pound weights in my hands when I speed walk, and just move my arms because it's working your shoulders, your rear delts, your biceps.
That's what I need to do. I need to speed walk this constipation.
That works.
Imagine there's just like one of those like rapists that come out of the bush.
Oh, like an illegal?
But they went there and be like, you know what? Never mind.
I trained the Aragwas like, hey.
She's got lipstick like Opie.
Rosal, please understand it's not that we don't realize. It's that we literally just don't care. I'm not sure what that's about,
Most men like just natural beauty.
Love you too.
But natural beauty ain't even really natural. The natural beauty that men are talking about they like, we still have to put a little effort in. I don't know. I don't believe them when they're like, oh, we just like natural beauty. No. You like the natural beauty, makeup, natural look.
Yeah.
The face needs like hydration.
Something. See?
Like it needs it. There's like on weekends, I'm sure everyone here has had it where like you're hungover, night drinking, next morning, you barely wash your fucking face the night before you wake up, you're out there. Like you look like a fucking troll the next day. You're like, I did. And then you just put a little water, a little lotion, a little, and then you're fine.
Oh, washa.
And
I used to work with a Dominican girl at the title insurance company I used to work at. We would both man the phones, and when like not much was happening, I'd look over and I'd see her doing this. And she was like, my abuela told me I have to do this 50 times a day. And she'd be like doing this. And then she looked great, but she had to quit because she had another kid.
Okay, so I gotta tell you one thing. Do not start out with weights when you first start. Just start doing, because if you make yourself so sore, you're not going to be consistent. So just start being consistent with your workout. Get in the habit. Even if you're not killing it at first, just get in the habit of walking every day at the same time. Then increase your intensity, because the biggest thing is making it a habit, because if you're consistent, you'll stick with it.
So the first day I'm walking like this, and then eventually I walk like this and go, oh, I'm so intense.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then you put on tight white pants.
Yes.
And you make sure you can see your toe.
Yeah. I go, check this out. Mitchell Fields, Sally, if you and I met, we would have a good talk about training. This whole show, I have been doing handstand push-ups off and on in my semi. What, like semi-erection?
Semi.
I am envisioning that. Okay. Nicholas Gurr, Sally, what did you say about eating box? Russell Hall, why
don't eat box food?
Jerry from Stranger with Candy danced on the street with ankle weights in her. Yeast infection. Ugh. Russell.
Oh, Russell.
Just for that, no more super chats are allowed.
Russell, you're banned.
You're banned. Missy, where can people find you?
Twitter for now. For I'm gone.
Why? Where are you going?
I don't know.
In case she gets suspended.
I had Twitter for like a year and I'm kind of over it.
You're over it? No, we need it for you so we can have group chats.
This is true. Yeah. This is true. Who knows? I just don't think it's a place. I've been supplementing because I got rid of Instagram for Lent. I gave up Instagram for Lent. And I realized I've been supplementing my time with X, and I realized how toxic it is.
You gotta stay away from the toxic.
I know, but I'm no better.
Sally, where can people find you? What's
You can
coming
find me, Talk with Sally, Rumble, YouTube, and X, and Locals.
I thought you said topless Sally for a second. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Talk with Sally.
It's the thing on the screen.
Topless Sally. Lila, what's coming up for you?
You guys can find me at lilahart.com. I will be headlining April 19th in Spokane, Washington.
Ooh.
Check out the show. And go to micromaidens.com to see when I will be coming to a city near you. And I will also be in your nightmares. So good night.
Yeah. Maybe that'll make you think not hiring midgets.
Yeah.
She'll come haunt at you. She'll knock on your door.
Yeah,
Take
with
that,
my
Pete. Cut them at their kneecaps so they're now shorter.
Make midgets
and
great
no
again.
feet.
Courtney, what about you?
You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @Courtney, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Courtney Brooke, where we have a party 3 days a week.
Yes. Come see me in Fort Wayne, Indiana next weekend. No, this weekend. This Saturday.
When you coming to Utah?
Oh, I've never come to Utah.
I put it on your message. You guys said, where should I go next? And I said, Utah.
What comedy clubs are good in Utah?
There's one in Salt Lake. Everyone goes, I don't know. What
Salt Lake is where it's at, yo.
I'm still asking you to perform at Tacoma Comedy
Is it
Club.
called the Comedy Club, I think?
Make yourself fuckable. That should be the goal of the show. Thank you, Rhinoceros.
Yeah.
For dates and tickets, go to chrissiemayr.com. Tomorrow, Monday. Oh my God, it's my brother's birthday tomorrow. Shit, I didn't send him anything.
That's all right.
He never sends anything to me. Okay, I will have. Oh, I'm going to be on the Mark Thompson show at 5:00, and then at 9 we have Sarah Stock on the program, and then Thursday, Adam Coleman will be in studio. He will be promoting his new book, Cut and Color with Rita. That's on Wednesday. I'm gonna have to move that. Anyway,
You should have Aaron Stevenson, who was the DHS whistleblower who blew the lid open on the child trafficking ring. Trying to get his job back. You should have him on.
I'm gonna write you about him.
I think my bra just came undone.
Yes, that's how you know it's working.
Those
Who
kitties
wears a
breathe.
bra? People wear bras still?
I'm not wearing
My
one.
Jubs
Sally,
need it.
Sally is just woo. I'm about to
Never
slide
wear a
off
bra.
this chair. Ladies, what a fun show. Thank you all for joining. I love you all. Thank you to the chat. We love the chat. We sim for you. And we'll see you next week. One final super chat from Jacob Bryan. Can you talk about your diving career? No, not at the end.
No, we're leaving.
No,
Bye.
we're leaving now.
We're dancing.